Good morning, riders, folks, cycling fans, cycling junkies. Let's get it on, guys. Stage H. Wow, it always does this to me. I'm so amateur at this. Come on, Colin. I try this every day, guys. It always seems to default back to that. Too much checking. Got the mic right in my face today, too. Boom. Saturday morning, guys. Saturday morning. Saturday, right? Stage 8. Vuelta Espana. It's kind of a off-topic jersey today. I'm in my pink jersey here, the Eddie Merckx pink jersey. You see the team from the past, Molteni. That's a little dated, isn't it? It's going to turn on the secondary light here, folks. And folks, here we go. Guys, I feel a little bit subdued today. Joey Jojo's home, so I feel like I need to talk quieter, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to start ramping it up here, guys. Let's start ramping it up for today's stage. We'll get right into it. Neutralize start is done, guys. We are out on course now. Let's take a quick peek over here, too. What do we got going on the map? This is from the La Vuelta site. And have we started? Now, I've been seeing this all today here. Worried about the wind. There's a bit of wind. Wide open finishes. Wide open stretches. Could see some echelons. Let's pray for the best. Let's pray for the best. There we go. We're now actually at the start, guys. 163.3 kilometers on tap today. You know what? I think in the future here, I think I'm going to do that a bit more. I'm actually facing the wrong way here, guys. We don't need to worry about this for now. Flow Bikes, I don't think is on for an hour. I think that's about roughly the start time right now is about an hour away for all video feed. Dawn's heading away for the weekend. Happy weekend, everyone here. Dawn, definitely coming in for 709er right now. Fully locked in, fully engaged. We are in the pipe, 5x5, guys. We have Bike Terror running in the background too. It's already all set. Got that going, guys. As in, it's ready to roll. Just going to check and see some data here. Yep, they've already got data really early today. And we've got one Mr. Dirk S. Bike Terror user out on course. Looks like he is about 2.23 kilometers ahead of the Peloton at the moment. He's going for all the bonifications on the day here, folks. Chat, nothing going on in the chat there. And let me jump in, guys. Going to get settled in here. Have a sip of your coffees, guys. Offense, my South African friend. How you doing, bro? Hello, everyone. Dude, what time is it for you? I'm going to guess in South Africa, what is it, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon? Favorites for today, guys. Jasper Philipsen. I don't think I've mentioned his name in quite a few days. No mention of Jasper since probably stage 4. So obviously stage 1 he won. Stage 4 he got defeated by Ben Turner. Ben Turner just in the right spot. That was the sprint of Jasper Philipsen, Ethan Vernon, and Ben Turner. You go back and look at it. There was kind of the delay by Vernon. Jasper got a little bit rammed as well, stuck on the side. Ben Turner came around all of them here. We're just a couple minutes in here, guys. And yeah, kind of funny here. 164.1 kilometers to go, it says. But the stage is designed at 163.5, so maybe they've changed it around a little bit. Just browsing through some stuff here, guys. Just getting all caught up. Watching the chat, too. Looks like Dawn. Dawn, you're heading away. Driving from New Jersey to Virginia for a wedding. He is the youngest of my cousins. Should be fun. Dude, enjoy yourself. So is that today, Dawn? Packing to go away for the weekend. Okay, so it is the weekend. New Jersey to Virginia. Dude, I don't even know how far that is. I know Virginia's over on that side. Virginia and West Virginia. A lot of those smaller states I get really confused with. As in, I know they're in that general area. Yeah, here we go, guys. We are live. We've got 3 riders out front right now with a 10-second lead. Today, obviously, I just put a quick poll up just to mess with you guys a little bit. Sprint finish, mass sprint, or Escape Artist Paradise today. We're going to see them doing that. We're going to see lots of riders here. We've got 3 up the road already. Looks like a Burgos BH rider, Caja Rural rider, and I'm going to say that's Cofidis. Sergio Samitier, Cofidis rider here. Currently, well, it's not bad, really. This dude's 28th overall. Always interesting to see riders I don't know that well. See their names, just don't really pay that much attention to them. Just lurking in 28th place. Yesterday's stage, guys, I thought that was a great stage. I had some comments from other friends like, oh yeah, whatever, boring. I thought it was a great stage. Not really a UAE fan, but that was a great stage by them. Ayuso as well. Yeah, he did great. He had a great ride yesterday. You know, so as someone said yesterday, several of you corrected me, that's 3 stage wins in a row for UAE out of the 7 stages so far completed. So they've almost won 40% of the stages. What else can we say about this? They've won over 40% of the stages. So they won the team time trial. Stage 6 was Jay Vine. He also picked up the KOM, the polka dot jersey. Stage 7, we have Juan Oyusa go out very early in the day and basically stay away all day. If we take a look at the team's classification right now, yeah, this makes sense to me. It was Visma before, now it's UAE with a 6-minute and 37-second gap over Team Visma. That's due to Juan Oyusa's performance yesterday, Jay Vine's performance the day before. Who is the best placed? I'm liking the looks of Caja Rural here. Pro Series team. Israel Premier Tech is a Pro Series team, but basically they're a World Tour team. And worst placed is Alpecin de Koenig. They've got a sprint team, guys. They do not have a GC team. They do not have a climbing team. It's set up for Jasper to win, but, well, there's not many stages for Jasper to win on. So what do we do about that, folks? We got to get Jasper has to win today. Yeah, Jasper isn't going to have any time sprint bonifications left. Dawn, enjoy yourself. I'm sure it will be fun. So Dawn's heading out for a wedding. I'm assuming the wedding's today. The hangover is tomorrow morning, Dawn. The hangover is tomorrow morning. Okay, almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon there. Okay. So, dude, I was just guessing. I thought maybe it would be a 9-hour gap. Looks like you're about 8 hours difference from me. It is 6 a.m. in the morning for me. And, dude, this is like a late start. I did wake up at 3:35 though. With Joey Jojo being home, she didn't sleep that great last night because she got home and just basically slept all day. I picked them up at the airport at, I think it was 12:30. Dropped the girls off, dropped dogs off, hit the store, hit some fast food, get home, and she napped all day. 50-second gap now, guys. The riders in the break, Sergio from Cofidis is the best place at 8 minutes and 56 seconds back. And I'd like to also say thank you for all the support. Dawn, I forgot to mention, I think I might have mentioned at the time, Dawn, but Dawn recently became a member of the channel. Cole Kane supported through Buy Me a Coffee yesterday, guys. And I'm just going to say it, I don't like talking about it. Buy Me a Coffee, best way to support me. That's just it. If you want, some people have actually sent me messages. Hey, what's the best way, if, like, say they want to donate $5 to the channel, what's the best way that you get all of this? Buy Me a Coffee. YouTube, guys, takes a cut on everything we do here. So every ad revenue, they make money on too. But anyways, wedding is tomorrow. There is a welcome dinner this evening. Since our side of the family, all from New Jersey. Okay, yeah, tonight's the night, Saturday night, the welcome dinner. This is where at least one person is going to get so drunk, they barely make it to the wedding tomorrow. Dude, it's straight out of a movie. Straight out of like a Hollywood comedy movie. It might be Dawn. Dawn might be the one tonight getting a little bit too much into, oh, I don't know, what would be the drink the night before? Oh, scotches. Drinking scotch with the boys. Maybe champagne. I don't know. I haven't been to many weddings. Yeah, so Cofidis rider's in 28th. The other rider, Jose Luis, for Burgos BH, he is in 59th. And Juan Boo. All Spanish riders here too, 121st. Looks like a good day for Spanish riders, folks. Vuelta Espana. Yeah, good times for Dawn tonight. Good times coming, folks. I think we're going to have a fairly short string today. How long will the stage take? The stage should be just over 3 hours, I think. I guess it could be upwards of 3.5, depending. I think you can check somewhere and you can see all of the events. Let's take a look at the actual GC, guys. Now, I did notice yesterday, Fortunato must have lost some time on the finish. Before the start of yesterday's stage, he was about... Remember, I kept talking about the real GC? And I don't want that to sound bad, because obviously Torsten is leading the actual GC, but he's not a favorite to win. So, Vingegaard, Almeida, Ciccone, Fortunato, Jorgensen, Hindley, Pellizzari, Bernal, Gall, Thomas Pidcock, all these dudes I lumped in top 15 riders. Any order you want. You can pick the order that you want for your favorites. And so obviously I didn't include Torsten in that. I think on some of the real steep climbs, he's going to probably fade away. But pretty incredible to see him hang yesterday. I mean, he did great. He did great. They took no time back on him. Fortunato, though, was at least a minute ahead. I think it was 103 ahead of Jonas. Or maybe 130 even. He got away in that big breakaway with Jay Vine. He must have lost a bunch of time yesterday, because now he's actually 14 seconds behind Jonas, Almeida, Ciccone, those guys. Let's take a look again at the actual G. Marc Soler moved up a bit yesterday. He got some time back. That was really good for UAE2. Good tactics yesterday. Send Soler up the road now. Almeida's so close to the finish. It gives Soler a chance to attack, and Almeida's not going to fade at that point. Matthew Riccatello, too. This guy's sitting really well here. He's a name I've been seeing on the bottom of like the top 15 GC I'm looking at. He's just been slowly creeping his way up, thereabouts. The TT, they weren't spectacular. But look, he's back up into 13th place here. Finished 18th yesterday, 21st, 14th. Like, super solid performance here. Sprint stage, wasn't there. I don't expect him to be there today. He just needs to stay safe, stay in the bunch. Let's learn a little bit about this guy here. Riccatello, 13th at the Tour of Poland in the GC. Oh, guys. Sibiu Cycling Tour. That's a Belgian race. He got first place in that one. First place in that event. 4-stage race way back early. I remember this race in June. No, sorry, July. This one overlapped with Tour de France. It was right at the same time as the Tour de France. Obviously, I couldn't cover this one. Tour de Suisse did not finish, but he was sitting top 10 overall at the Tour de Suisse when he could not finish that one stage. Tour of the Alps, 9th. 11th place at Catalonia. Yeah, this guy looks legit to me. Super legit climber. Tucson, Arizona. Dude, I bet you he lives on Mount Lemmon. Mount Lemmon is the big climb that you take off. Like, you leave Tucson. I think you head to the northeast. And then you do the 42 kilometer climb up to the top of Mount Lemmon. Very tough climb. Not steep, but just drags forever. 42 kilometers from the base of the climb all the way to the top. Getting in my chat here, guys. Turning the light up so I can see something on here. Oh, yeah. Oh, my Dawn. Be careful, Dawn. Dawn's telling me it's at a winery tonight, so there should be some drinking. Minor drinking involved tonight. Dawn, please don't buy too many cases of wine. They sucker you in. They get you in here, you taste some wines. Next thing you know, you're leaving with 4 cases of wine that you really don't need. A short 4-hour stream. Exactly. Exactly. Dawn, sounds like you're going to have a blast tonight. So my plan today, guys, is to do the stream. I'm going to get on the bike. Chores. Immediately get on the bike. Get that out of the way. I couldn't even ride yesterday. I had no time. By the time we streamed yesterday, did my chores, jumped in the shower. I just didn't have time. I'm like, there's no way I can get a bike ride in, have a shower, and then get to the airport. So, yeah, missed the bike ride yesterday. So I'm riding today, and then I'm doing absolutely nothing today. Nothing. I won't be at a winery, but I may be having the same kind of beverages tonight. Dawn. Okay, guys, picks today. Jasper Philipsen obviously will be there. Ethan Vernon's going to be in the mix. Can Ben Turner repeat? He's probably got some confidence from that from a few days ago. Dawn, I appreciate you watching the chat. I was trying to catch Joey up with everything that's been going on in the channel, and she just kind of shakes her head at times. Simidier showing himself at home. Oh, Barbastro is Sergio Simidier's hometown. Let's take a look at where that is, guys. Can we see Barbastro on the road? It's coming up. So one of the guys in the Breakaway, this is what they do a lot, guys. This is his hometown here. This is his birth town right here. We're traveling from the south to the north into Barbastro. Probably just a nice little quaint Spanish place. Where are we in Spain, guys? We're still we're outside of the Pyrenees, I guess, right now. The Pyrenees would be more along here. We're on the edges of it, so the Pyrenees run from basically where you see San Sebastian at the top here, Pau, Andorra, all the way to this side. There is a second chain of mountains here called the Iberians, roughly through here, I believe. Then we've got the central system would be through here, where you see Salamanca. Madrid is on the south side of the central system. I'm just trying to get a good look at this here. Down at the south end of Spain here, in this area, Seville, Granada, Cordoba, all this area here, which we don't even get to this year. I think it's called a Beatic, Beatic, Beatic or Beato. Actually, there's a continental team too called Beat Cycling. I wonder if it's got something to do with that too. If we take a look up to the north part in the Basque Country up here, we're going to spend a lot of time. This is basically the tour of the extended tour of the Basque Country this year, guys. These are the Cantabrian Mountains up here, all through this area. And then up in this corner here, this is the Galicians. So if you've ever heard of Galicia, actually you can see it right here on screen. Galicia just disappeared. Galicia right here. There's a Galician change here. I think these ones are more, they're not as big as the other ones here. It's a smaller mountain range, not as high, the prominence is. And of course here, this is well known as the Bay of Biscay, but actually here, they do call this the Cantabrian Sea right here. Very close inland. That's your little geography lesson for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. We're going to go back to the race itself. Have a quick peek here, guys. So, no categorized climbs today. I think we're going to see... Ooh, guys, look at the average speed right now. It's rest day. Average speed right now is 34.8 kilometers an hour. Are you guys kidding me? Get to work. Look at the gap now. It's out to 3 minutes and 5 seconds. Out to 3:05 already. We're 10 kilometers in, and they've given them a 3-minute head start. 10 kilometers in. Dude, yeah, thank you. It was South African friend here. Let's have a little look. Oh, yeah. Yes, dude. I know. Oh, I love it too, dude. Thank you. How's the light looking in here, guys? I feel like I'm pretty dark today. Oh. We're going to do this. Actually, sometimes I think I need a little bit of extra light here. Do that. Oh, I know why. Okay. This is how we get some more light on me. We're going to do that. There we go. And yeah, I'm brighter now. The spotlight right on me shining. See all the wrinkles in the forehead. Okay, so coming up, Vuelta live feed starts at 6:50 a.m., guys. That's when probably everyone's getting it in the world, so we're not missing out on anything yet. No one's watching this, and we're not. Ineos were all in the Gruppetto yesterday, so I got Big Ben Turner to get top 3. Yeah, I can see that, dude. I can see it. While we're here, guys, let's do this. We'll go to the points classification here. Mads Pedersen with 98. I thought Mads was so impressive yesterday. He said his only goal was to get to the intermediate sprint. And that's all he did. He said, screw it, I'm going right now. Not one person could follow him. Got into the breakaway group. Like any of his competitors. Ethan Vernon didn't go. Jasper didn't go. None of those guys. I think for Jasper too, for Mads, it's a lot of work because he's got to deal with this. He has to deal with the fact that Giulio Ciccone, Jonas Vingegaard, all those dudes are getting points at the end on those climbs. So it's making him go out more every day. It's kind of a battle between top GC, hilltop, mountaintop finishers and a sprinter. That's what the battle we're seeing right now. And I think that's changed a lot in the last few years. It used to be green jersey was for all-out sprinters. It was never really meant for the climbers. And that's just been over the last little while. In the past, it was meant more to be like that. Everyone gets a chance at the points. Yeah, offense here. Top 3 pick. When you look good, you feel good. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Yeah, top 3. You got to go with Jasper Philipsen. Put Ethan Vernon in there too. They're obviously the top 2 sprinters. I'll throw Mads Pedersen in. I'll always throw Mads in. He's a long-range sprinter, not a Tier 1 sprinter. Ethan Vernon, Tier 1 sprinter. Jasper Philipsen, Tier 1 sprinter. There's a dude here too. He's got good points here. Orluis. This guy's got a decent sprint on him for Movistar. I think he can be up in there. Obviously, Ben Turner. He's going to have some confidence from a few days ago. See, his sprint rating's really not that high. Just smart sprinting. Wow, that guy's tall. 1.94 meters tall from Doncaster. Love it, dude. Absolutely love it. Won a stage this year at the Tour of Poland. Won, obviously, the stage from 4 days ago. Stage 4 into Voiron. I showed those pictures yesterday, guys. Missed them by a day. Yeah, so Jasper Philipsen, throw him in there. Ethan Vernon, Ben Turner, Mads Pedersen. Any other picks, you guys? I'm just looking at all the names here. That's 4. I think David Gaudu lost out big time yesterday, guys. I think I heard something later he lost 14 minutes yesterday. Let's see if that's true. It says he finished in 37th place yesterday. So what I want to do... yeah, he's 37th place. Let's take a look at the actual G and see his time right now. We can just quickly scroll down and see it. Yeah, David Gaudu, guys. He was 30 seconds behind, roughly 30, 40 seconds behind in the last day or two. And now he is just imploded. We've been using imploded a lot here. At least I have. He's 15 minutes, 33 seconds down. This guy here too. I had this guy here, Antonio Tiberi is how you say it, finishing a lot higher. I thought he'd be placed quite high. And he was doing well. He was 18th overall at the start of Stage 6. Stage 7 came around, and he lost 14, 15 minutes. Must have been in that same group with Gaudu. Thereabouts. So he's a dude that's out. Let's have a quick look here. The only dude in the top... I got to get that over there. Why don't we turn that screen that way? We're going to turn the desk this way. We expect Vingegaard to be here. Almeida, Ciccone, Fortunato, Jorgensen, Hindley, Pellizzari, Bernal, Gall, Pidcock. Yes, Solaire's up there as well. Sepp Kuss should be around here. Garcia's doing really well here. Garcia Pernia for Arkea B&B Hotels. Had a really good ride yesterday. Bruno Amaral is well positioned from the breakaway from 2 days ago. Ben O'Connor slowly working his way up. Junior Le Surf, I said keep an eye on this dude. Jefferson Cepeda, Movistar, Steeper Hills, they might do well. Marco Frigo, great ride by this dude yesterday. Butrago was in the mix. You know who I'm looking for? I'm looking for Landa right now. What position is Landa in? I don't even see him. I don't think Landa's even in the top 50 right now. Gonna do this, guys. We're gonna come back here, look at the start list. It's probably the quickest way for me to do it. Oh, that's not what I want to do. This race is on too, guys. Women's World Tour Classic Lorient Agglomeration. Yeah, this race is on right now. Or is it tomorrow? Here, let me jump back. It is on right now. Looks like we got 23 riders in the break. Lots of names here. 35-second gap. Blanca Vas at the front here. Steffi Haberlin. Tell you the names I know here, guys. The names I don't remember offhand. Evie Kuipers, I remember that name. Silky Smolders. Yes, Silky. I love her name. She's a tiny little rider from Liv Alula Jaco. 51 kgs, guys. From the Netherlands. GC climber specialist. Magdalene Valeries, saw her at the Tour de France Femme avec Zwift. Someone popped in the chat yesterday. I don't think they've ever came back. Their question was, hey dude, do you ever cover the women's races? If so, why not? And I'm like, dude, kind of a strange question in the way it was worded. If so, why not? And obviously the dude had never been here before. Hey dude, you're brand new. Thanks for the question. Absolutely I did, dude. I did all 9 stages of Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. And I did all of the Tour of Romandy. That was 3 stages. And I'm doing as much women's cycling as I can when it's possible. If it's televised. This race is not televised for me. Franziska Koch. She was at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Let's just have a look and make sure Colin's memory is correct and he's not just making things up. And here she is. 30th place overall. Silke Smolders was at Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Here she is. Blanca Voss, Tour of Romandy and Tour de France Femmes. Remember the last stage? Blanca Voss just sprinted away by herself. Left Chabet and Urska Zigart by themselves. She just instantly launched at the end. Just trying to get a gander of all the names here. This girl here, Magdalene Valeri, she did really well on one of the stages at the Tour de France. I think it was stage 8, the Madeleine stage. She was in a duo with Yara Castellan. I think they were together a long ways. Probably, okay, this stage here, 13th. She was in a long breakaway. 94K, there it is. When you see that little red shield with the number, that's how long she was in a breakaway. At the end, I think it was her and Yara Castellan together. Canadian rider. Obviously, Lucinda Brand's here. Just names I'm kind of remembering, guys. I don't remember all of them. Obviously, I can't remember every name I see. Just those are the particular ones I remember. I'm going to bounce back. Actually, let's just stay on that one so I can pop in and out. And we're going to go to the start list again. I probably have way too much light on my face right now. Soudal Quickstep. So they've lost Render Inc. early. They lost Perry Ponch, one of their, probably their best climber. I would say their best climber. Landa may have been their best climber at one time. GC guy. But he's getting older. He's sitting in 22nd place right now. So I guess he's not that far back. We're going to take a look at that. Where does that put him? 22nd. And then I think Junior LeCurf is right there with him. Junior LeCurf actually jumped 4 spots ahead of him now. They were like right with each other. So Junior LeCurf finished 18th yesterday. And if I look back at, why don't we go to stage 7? No, we go this route. We go to stage 7 yesterday and look at the time difference between 18th and 22nd. Okay, so here it is. Sorry, he's 18th overall. Junior LeCurf finished same time as a bunch ahead of him, 2:35 back. So he finished in the Pidcock group. So this dude here, wow, great group. This is the dude I've been talking about. Like, let's keep an eye on this dude. Let's keep an eye on him. He finished with Bernal, the red jersey, Jonas, Zhao, Matthew Riccatello, Matteo Jorgensen, Ben O'Connor, Sepp Kuss, Ciccone, Felix Gall. They all finished together with Tom Pidcock. Soler picked up 5 seconds. Ayuso was away all day. Yeah, these are the breakaway guys. These guys were in the breakaway all day. Remember, they came in 1s and 2s. Ayuso first, Frigo second, Garcia Pernia third. Then we saw 4 riders coming together: Tejeda, Quinn, Vermarque, and Sepulveda. I don't think we saw Briuc Roland cross the finish line. Now, if I come down a bit, yeah, so here's Michael Landa, probably their top GC guy, but I think that's going to change this year. Again, I keep looking at this Junior LeCurf character, pesky lightweight climber. He finished more than a minute. So Landa's in this group that's 337 back. LeCurf was in the 235 back group, but this is the GC contender group right here. Anyone else is going to have to fight their way back now. This is where Lorenzo Fortunato lost time yesterday. Did finish more than 2 minutes back of Jonas. Jonas finished in the group that is 235 back. Fortunato finished 421 back. So he had a big lead. Now he's behind. He got that big lead in the breakaway. Let's get into the live stats again. I like reviewing all this stuff here. And, that's stage 7. We're not doing that day. I'd like to do that day again. Back to stage 8 here. One of the very few flat days we're going to get, guys. 25K, 25 degrees Celsius. Let's see if we got any fresh breezes today. Very fresh breeze today, guys. It's dead calm here. There's a lot of talk about winds. So obviously later on in the race, when we travel, I don't know, maybe 100K or so away from this area, perhaps the winds are getting stronger out in the plains. I think this is more of the farming area. We're getting away from the mountains, the hilly areas, and traveling into the flatlands of Spain. Okay, guys. Ooh. Busy. Jasper and Mads for Dawn here in top. Dave here. Good morning, Colin and the world. Yeah, hello to the world, guys. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? Inside cycling world, guys. Inside cycling world. Thought it was kind of crazy. Joey and Addison, that's my youngest daughter, coming into the chat yesterday morning. I really like when they see the chat. It kind of really amuses me, because I realize how much fun we have in here, and then they get to sit and watch what you guys all talk about with me, and they're kind of blown away too. They're like, what? They don't get it. So Joey's going to be back with us a lot more now. So did we have a little disconnect there, Dawn? I think we're connecting now. Maybe that was from earlier. Dave saying he imploded yesterday too. My slowest day on the bike this week. I don't know what I'm doing this week. Actually, you know what? I can probably do it in the background here. Mark Solaire, always a wild card. My kind of rider, unpredictable. Yeah, he does. He does throw his plans to the wind. Because you kind of think he's going to be a top GC, and then he'll have a stage where he goes on some nutty attack and implodes, or he falls out the back. Very unpredictable, him. Time gap now is 3 minutes and 55 seconds, guys. That could be, they're barely moving. I could probably keep up with this Peloton. If I could learn some bike handling skills and I could sit in, we all could sit in this Peloton right now, guys. 37.8k an hour, they're barely moving for pros. Offense, Mads, Jasper, Viviani. Yeah, dude, let's not forget Viviani. Let's take a look at Viviani here. Viviani, 35 years old. I'm blind right now. I thought he was on Grenadiers. Okay. Where is Viviani, guys? Okay, I've lost him. So when I need Viviani's team, we saw him earlier this week. We've been talking about him the whole time. Nicholas Sukowski. How's Nicholas doing? Nicholas for Q36.5 is 158th overall. Looks like he's had some tough days in the mountains, and I saw him talking about it too. He was like, yeah, this is going to be really tough for me. So the dude's in there. Get it done, Nicholas. Get it done, bro. Dave saying, love the pink. Dude, I love it too. I love bright pink colors. I'm not afraid to wear pink. Dude. It's kind of like the EF Education. Yeah, it's a great jersey, guys. Another great one from Joey Jojo. Sheila's back. Hello, cycling peoples. Hey, Sheila, good morning to you. Dave, Landa needs to attack and stop falling wheels. Yeah, he's already drifting down the GC now. Time to get on the attack. Okay, I'll wait till I remember who Viviani's on. Wow, today is the 400th career race day for Jake Stewart, Israel Premier Tech. Let's take a look at Jake Stewart here. I know I've seen his name a lot this season already. He's sitting 127th overall. Let's see his highlights this year. Jake Stewart, remember the stage? I think it was a wet stage. Yeah, I think it was. Stage 20. Nansen de Parntarlier in the break for 132k. The Carcassonne stage, he was in the break for 96k. Got a 6th place on that day, stage 20. 14th on the Dunkirk day. And yeah, he's got a little bit of a sprint into him. He's at the Dauphiné. First. Got a 1st place there. Who did he beat that day at the Dauphiné? Axel Lawrence, Soren Varenskold, Pithy, Jonathan Milan. These are all fast guys. You guys know those names. You guys know those names. He beat them all that day. I didn't follow that race, so I'm not sure how that went down. Yeah, this guy's got a bit of a sprint too. How did I get look at him? Okay, that was it. Ooh, debutantes. So that means, obviously rookie year, 7. Wow, there's 7 riders on Burgos BH. This is their debut at the Tour of Spain. So there's only 8 riders on a team. Arkea's got 6, EF has got 5, Team Picnic Postinel 5, Bomber Victorious 4. So basically the Burgos BH team, this is a brand new learning experience for them at La Vuelta. These riders anyways. Burgos BH riders, good spreader riders here. Fagundes, we talked about him early in the race. Okay, get into the chat, guys. Yeah, I'd love to see Landa go on attack. He's so far down now, he might as well go. Speaking of which, let's look at tomorrow, guys. Stage 9. It's not like we're having a nice, easy finish going into the rest day, guys. This looks spectacular. 200 kilometers. Ooh. Guys, this is another early day for Colin here. Tomorrow morning, we will be live at 4:37 a.m. for me. I like about an hour to get tweaked up before I jump on, so I'll be up at 3:37, which means probably in reality I'll be up at 10 to 3. Yeah, looks like a tough one here. Climbing from the get-go, ups and downs all the way. Breakaway potential here, guys. Lots of breakaway opportunities. You could almost say this would have been a flat stage. Almost. Outside of this at the end. Wonder what they actually categorize this as. I'm going to come back here, guys, for now. Ooh, I almost have troubles getting back here when I'm in this one. Okay, don't worry about that one there. 13.3 kilometers at 5.2%. And let's have a quick peek. Yeah, I'd say the climb here starts around 180 and it finishes at 195. 13K, yeah, roughly. See, they're not even categorizing the whole climb that you see on screen here. And then you've got all this stuff after the sprint point. Sprint point with time bonifications there. Mads is obviously going to want to get that again. But basically, once the sprint's over, it's going to be insane there again as people start going early on the climb. Sprint point looks at about 165K. It's still 30K to the finish. It's uphill all the way. So that'll be like the next thing before the rest day. I think this year, guys, or this race, I will do like a rest day video. I don't know what it's going to be. It can be just called "Come Have Coffee with Colin." Drew's asking, what the hell's going on? Dude, right now, not much. They're barely moving. They're actually slowing down, I think. Now they're traveling at 36.6K an hour. So there's a truce in the Peloton. There's been a peace treaty signed. Everyone's just kind of chilling out. Oh, this would be a perfect opportunity to get see Jonas blowing some kisses. It's imminent, guys. It's going to happen today. In the early part of the stage, he will be blowing kisses to the camera. Now is a good time to contact him if you have any kitchen renovations you need done. Hey, dude, I make 5 million euros per year. I need to do my own kitchen laminate flooring. I guess it's a bonding experience for him and his wife. You know, guys, top tip in life, and I'm being super sarcastic, never do renovations, or do renovations with your partner, whoever your partner may be. It's just, yeah, it's highly recommended. Highly recommended. Trying to get flow. Okay, we got some Vuelta happening, guys. We got some Vuelta happening. I've got the, so weird. So, yeah, I think Flow likes to be tricky. They like to be tricky, like they're showing you all the coverage. It said live at 6:50 Mountain Time. Now it's been quickly adjusted to 4:45 OM, like they're showing all of it. Yeah, now it says 4:45. Hey, guess what, guys? It didn't even start at 4:45. It started at 5:45. Nice try, Flo. But thank you. Good afternoon, dudes. Anthony here. 13C and TO. I need heat, coffee. Dave, I know. We've had some days where, like I keep telling you guys, I kind of keep the door open all night here. We don't, I don't really need to. Dave, it's 13 here as well. It's just getting to the point where I was like, oh, what's that? What am I feeling on my body in the morning? It's starting to get cold. Dave, I don't know about where you guys are. The leaves are already turning yellow here in our poplar trees. We don't have the nice color, the colors that you guys get back in Ontario and then like in the eastern sides of the States. Ours just turned yellow and they're gone. But 28 degrees today, 27, 28, cools down slightly. Then we're back to 30 for Thursday. 30, 29. I'll take it. I will take it. The more heat I can get means the less cold later on. I'll remember this when I'm freezing to death in the wintertime. I think the coldest day last year, I don't think it got that bad last year. It was probably like minus 35 right here. And I've completely lost my YouTube channel. We're back at it. Load up. Yeah, guys. Oh, they're speeding up, guys. 37k an hour now. They are now flying down through the stage. I think I'm just going to completely back up here. I think I like this better. Yeah, sit back a little bit more. How does the camera angle look here? What are we looking at? Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll just sit back here like this. Just kind of relax. Kick the legs. I think I need like an ottoman, a little footstool here. So you guys can probably... guys, I'm looking at the setup right now. So obviously the screen, you can see me. Hey, everyone. The mic. And here's my phone. So I'm reading all the messages on the phone right now. Works pretty good. Colin's Coffee Chat. I like the alliteration. Dawn, I did do a couple of coffee chats with Colin, kind of when I was doing my other stuff, where I'd sit around in a house coat and just drink coffee, chat with people. And actually, it wasn't even a chat. It was just me. I just did a video, recorded it. But I'll do that again. I can do that again. Yeah, I think that'll be Monday. It's going to be really cash. I will move out of the 10x10 cube of not riding my bike enough these days. And I'll go into the Inside Cycling World Lounge. VIP Lounge is what we call it. You can get access to it. Yes, Drew Schaefer, laminate kitchen flooring and bonding experience. Yes, guys, highly recommended to do renovations with your spouse, your partner, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever it may be. Just don't do it. Do not do it. Yeah, Sheila, exactly. Like going to IKEA with a partner, kiss of death. Exactly, guys. You don't need to do everything together. It doesn't work. It just doesn't. You know each other too well, so you'll say whatever you want to each other. Good day, dude. Presently watching Frederick Costales here. Yeah, guys, I'm just waiting for the feed to plop live. They're giving me the preview of it right now. Yeah, 6:36, so we got a few minutes here still. +9, -3. Okay, dude, of our Dave, what are we doing? 662? I have no idea. +9, -3, +662. I wonder if Seha can help break. Yes, dude, exactly. LMF. Papa Marino first notified me who this dude was. I had no idea. He's 18 years old. So basically, he's racing a lot of the lower level races that I'm not covering because I'm doing World Tour stuff if I can. Pro Series stuff. Have I done a point one? I've done a point one race. I think Czech Tour is a point one. Yeah, it's a point one. I think it was a 2.1 race. Everyone's coming in now, guys. Pinot came close. Dude, I love Thibaut Pinot. I love Thibaut Pinot. Dude, I just liked him. I liked his style. I liked the way he rode. I liked his look. Just seems like a cool guy. I saw some videos of him later. He loves his animals. He's got goats. He's got farm animals. And he just seems like just a super down-to-earth dude. Not a douche. No douches allowed. Yeah, that Thibaut Pinot guy I always really liked. Justin Heike here, Alabama. Alabama bound coming in. Good morning, dude. Welcome aboard. Miss Vader needs to be heard. Miss Vader, yes. Elmo saying, but he had mental, physical issues. I'm not sure if we're being sarcastic here. I saw him be quite emotional on the course. I did see that quite a few times. showed his emotion maybe too much. Maybe he wasn't mentally strong enough. Yes, meatballs are good. How did we start talking about meatballs? Sheila? Have you seen 30 Rock episode where they go to IKEA? Oh, meatballs, probably because IKEA's Swedish. Okay, there's going to be an inside joke here. They go to IKEA and Liz and her partner pretty much break up. I haven't seen it. It's a show I never really watched. The numbers were from her. Oh, the numbers were from Miss Vader. Miss Vader has to be heard. I got you, Dave. I got you. Guys, let's take a look at the thrilling high-speed action at the beginning of the race. Guys, we are speeding up 38.4 kilometers now. Going to give this a quick update. While we're here too, let's get Biketerra rolling just so you can have something to look at besides my face. We're going to let this light up. Dirk is still out there. Okay, Dirk, I got to jump away for a second here. Get you lit up again. So yeah, guys, just super casual day yesterday. Got Joey home. She was exhausted from her trip. She's back to eating normal foods. She's back on her yogurts. She's like, man, did I ever miss these yogurts? The Oikos, whatever you want to call it. I didn't mean to do that, guys. Stage 8. We're on stage 8. This should work now. Boom. Sometimes it remembers stages from before, so I just turn Biketerra on thinking it's working. It's not. Obviously, you can see here, rolling countryside of Spain. Love it. This is our Peloton. Here's our profile on course. Very vertically exaggerated. Remember, guys, I always talk about that vertical exaggeration. Quite rolly at the beginning. And you could see it in the topography that's showing up here. This is not a flat course. That run into the finish, I've seen some breaks here, so guys, don't worry about this data here again. This speed does look about correct, though. Leading group, okay, they would be going faster than this. Let's go to Sergio here. Just so you can get a feel as to what's going on. Just pass through some big city back there. What town would that have been? I guess it would have been Peraltilla. I've never heard of this place in my life. It's so weird. There's probably like, a bunch of people that live here and I've never heard of the place. Just living, like they're almost in a different, just in a different reality to me. Like a different time plane of existence. Wow, we're getting deep, guys. We are getting deep here today on Inside Cycling World. Forested area over here. What's this place? Come on. I need some details on this map here. Must be some park, it's obviously lit up in green, so we got the park over here on the side. There would be a road turning off to go over this hill here, climb right over that hill right there. We're staying down a little bit lower here. 2 kilometers right now is the gap. We are showing it's 20 riders here right now. Now, guys, it's the whole Peloton. 20 is the max I've ever seen displayed on Biketerra. We've got Dirk up the road. Dirk is 6 kilometers up the road. Doing his ride on Biketerra this morning. Even this one would be hard to do. Guys, I would never do any of these, ever. These would be hard to do, all of them. I think Mario's been on every day doing them. And I think he averages about 80K every ride he does. 80K, guys. So Mario's been here for all the stages. And, oh yeah, look at this, guys. I can get right down through the crops. Look at this. I'm right in the crops. They didn't harvest this part. They harvested this stuff over here, but not this stuff over here. Speaking of which, guys, you've heard me talk at La Vuelta early on. We saw some fields in Italy. And even during the Tour de France, they harvest so early. I saw the first guys harvesting on Thursday. The first equipment in my area went out on Thursday. So they're starting to harvest now. Viviani as Lotto. Thank you, dude. So we're going to take a look at Viviani. Didn't Viviani have one really good stage so far already? Mental fragility and would push himself beyond his physical capacity. Not meant as an intel. It's just what I thought I saw. Dude, I agree with you 100%. I don't think he was... Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him. He just showed his emotions a lot. Wore his emotions on his sleeve, as you call it, or wore his heart on his sleeve. I think there's several times I've seen him crying on the side of the road. Just that kind of dude. And you got to remember, I think you got to remember too, a lot of these dudes when they're out there, they're young dudes, young guys, very emotional, hotheads. Either they're crying or they're fighting, that type of thing. Next town coming up will be a place called Ponzano, as we do our tour of the Spanish countryside, folks. I wonder if I could make a video just about touring around the countrysides of countries using Biketerra. What do you guys think? I'll do a full geography talk, cooking, movies, books, geology, all that kind of stuff. And we'll just sit and watch them. I think that might do well. I'll talk really quiet. I'll talk a lot quieter, guys. How does this sound right now? And we'll just talk about the beautiful vineyards in Spain, heading over to Portugal. Okay, enough of that. I'm done with that already. I'm done with that. Guys, we got to put the coffee cooker on here. Coffee cooker's on. Bardet, the next best French rider to Pinot. Dude, I saw Bardet is racing gravel now. So Bardet kind of just said, I'm done this. Now he's gone gravel racing. I'm going to bounce back, you guys. Not really much going on there right now. We're going to get back here. In fact, why don't we take a look? Let's do something a little bit different today. We'll come in here, see if I can actually type. Oh, can't type. Sorry, guys. Where is it? Romain Bardet. I just saw him in a gravel race recently. Oh, look at this, guys. First place, UCI Gravel World Series. I've seen these a lot, and guys, I don't know a lot about it. About this Gravel World Series, but there's tons of them, and they're competing at all of them. Obviously, World Series. So he got first place August 23rd, 6 days ago, last weekend. Got first place there. I don't know anything about the gravel riders. Actually, why don't we have a look? I know a lot of ex-pros are moving over to gravel. I think there's a lot of dudes that only specialize in gravel. Like, I don't know these teams. That's okay, though. So before that, he did the Dauphiné. That was his last pro World Tour race. And then you can see him here. He's racing in Sweden. Gravel, grit, and grind. Got 10. Stage 2. I got to assume that means stage 2 of the Gravel World Series. He got 10th place. And then the following week he gets first place at this one. So he's got an engine on him. Obviously he's working on his gravel riding skills. 34 years old. Should do pretty well in gravel riding, I would assume. We're also back here, guys. Let's not forget about the women's racing. I just don't want someone else asking me, why don't you cover women's racing, Colin? What's wrong with you? What's your problem, bro? And then I get to say back right to their faces, I absolutely do cover women's racing. Still basically the same situation as earlier. There's 23 riders in our break. They're saying the Peloton is apparently 35 seconds behind. Lorena Vibas is here, so be ready for that. Take a look at the start list here. Juliet Labousse is here. Ali Wollaston. Bradenvold. Blanca Vas. Anna Vanderbergen. Guys, all the World Tour teams have to be here for this. And I'm just looking for... Where are they? Here's Blanca Vas. Where is Vibas? Why don't I see her? Yeah, they're all here. Olivia Burrell, Kat Ferguson, Leanne Lippert. Pauline's back. Marianne Voss is back. Wow. Like, guys, hitters galore here. Kim LaCourte. She's here. Molman. Suzanne Anderson. Carabal for EF. Allison Jackson. Magdalene Valeries. Silky Smolders, like I mentioned earlier. They're all here. Sarah Van Dam. She was at... this might be one of their last races. Let's take a look at Sarah Van Dam. She did race Tour de France Femmes. I pointed her out at that race there. 23-year-old, 58 kgs, lightweight. And I don't think they're going to have probably many races after this. This team shuts down at the end of this year. I would assume they're going to be shutting down real quick. I'm seeing riders just... Actually, let's take a look at Sarah. Where's she going next year? Sarah does not have a contract in place yet for next year. I'm sure she'll be picked up. Let's take a look at... Marta Jeskulska. I know for a fact She has a contract. Human Powered Health. I've seen a lot of their riders popping up in the transfer lists. And what was I going to think of here? Oh, yeah, let's go back to the transfer, see if anything news came up. Here we go. Latest transfers. Francisca Koch is going to FDJ Suez. She's with Team Picnic Postel. She's in that CLA race right now. Classic Lorient. Race the Tour de France Femmes. Max Walscheid is going to lead Trek next year from Jaco Alula. I think we saw him yesterday. I also look at this a lot here too, guys. The recent Top Riders program. So you can see guys pulling out of races. Caden Groves is not going to Britannia Classic. Guys, that's tomorrow. That is tomorrow, I believe. Pavel Sivakov is not going, but he has been signed up now for the Tour of Britain. Michael Matthews out of Britannia. Fred Wright is into Britannia. Juan Sebastian Milano, he's a UAE rider sprinter. He's been pulled out of the Tour of Britain. Clement Berthet out of Britannia. And then these ones down here are the women's races. Ooh, Wout van Aert is not doing Britannia either. So Mavi Garcia pulled out of CLA. Thalita de Jong, I don't know this rider here. Let's take a look. Human Powered Health rider. Okay, it's the name I haven't seen yet. Actually, and she was at the Tour de France. I think they're a Pro Series team. That's probably why I didn't see that much of them. Let's get back to the Vuelta. Let's see the speed now. Oh, yeah, the speed. We are flying, guys. These guys are earning their salaries today, $33K an hour. Guys, I could go on the break right now. I could drop these guys right now. Should be plus minus vineyards everywhere. This is why talents bid to be in the Tour. Yeah, that's right. They all pay to be there. Okay, Mario's going into the ride. He's entering at kilometer 75. So we're going to check out Mario here right away. Vamonos, exactly. Venga, 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 Mario. Mario, everyone's here supporting. I love it. Yes, dude, LMF. The gravel world doesn't like it when roadies switch to gravel. I know, it's so funny to me. Gravel, there was a few pros that came across early. Probably the earliest one I remember would be probably Stetna. What's his first name? I got Paul, not Peter. No, Stetna. He rode for Team Sky, I think, at one point. Stetna, Stetina, and then it became a big deal if they used aero handlebars on their bikes. That was the first big one I remember, when it was kind of like the gravel pros against some World Tour guys that came across. There's quite a few that I came across, guys. Obviously, Lachlan Morton's racing there, but Lachlan Morton's more of an adventure racer now. He does all those huge events. Oh, there's that Dutchy dude, too. What's his name? I'll remember here soon. Tall, you guys know who I'm talking about. Then they had aero bars, and everyone was so offended by the aero bars. And they were short, little, stubby aero bars. But everyone was like, oh, man, you can't do this. You're ruining gravel racing. You're ruining it. But yeah, the World Tour pros are allowed to come across and race. I'm kind of like, yeah. I was riding the Tour de France last week, and now I'm showing up beating people like me. Bernardino and Jacques Anquetil might have something to say about being the best French cyclists of all time. Yeah, exactly. Jesus Perez, hola Sheila, buenos dias. So Jesus here. Have I seen Jesus before? I'm not sure. Both 5-time winners, that's right. Yeah, that's the thing. Anyone coming up in the French world, French domination, French best future rider. Oh, we got video now. Video's on, guys. Video just popped on my screen. 6:53 in the morning for me. So here it is. Everyone should be getting video if you're following along. Yeah, whoever comes along next for French Glory has got a lot of work to do. A lot. Yeah, we'll take you for a ride tomorrow and school you if you say that to his face. Yeah. The Badger, I know, the Badger from Brittany. The Breton. Yeah, back when they could stop for a beer mid-stage and still win. Yeah, I don't know. Do you like it more now, guys? I mean, It's what I find weird right now at the tour is they're trying to cover some of the old or follow some of the old traditions, and other times they just don't care. They just don't care. You know what's crazy? Yesterday I heard too. It's so funny the things that you hear, what's said. They warned. I guess it was Visma Lease Bike. They said there was a couple of riders from Visma Lease Bike telling Ayuso, "You're not going on the attack today," and he did. So he had something to prove yesterday. Jay Vine, polka dot jersey, Giulio Palazzari, best young rider, Mads Pedersen in the green, and Torsten Train in the red jersey. So yeah, I think I said 2 days ago, the beauty of Ayuso blowing up is now he can go on a breakaway, and it's exactly what happened the very next day. He's so far down. If he does it again tomorrow, they're going to let him. It's actually a really good spot for UAE to be in. They can just scoop all the stages. They've got 3 wins out of 7 stages already. They will not win today. There's no chance of UAE winning today. Why stop, have a second bottle cage? Yeah, have water in one and a bottle of booze in the other. Yeah, dude, LMF, gone are the days of an absolute patron of the race. Yeah, probably the last patron was probably, I guess, Lance. He did used to make the rules. You know, they did used to organize things. You know, I remember back in the Bernardino days, they'd send guys up the road. Okay, you want to stop and see your grandma? They'd actually stop on the side of the road and get off their bikes and hang out with their family for a little while. That just doesn't happen anymore. Now dude, it's so strange too. Like, remember Poggy crashes, everyone sat up and waited for him. Yeah, probably would have too. I agree with that. Tom Pidcock waiting for Poggy at Strada Bianca. What are you thinking, dude? What are you thinking? It's a one-day race. If his back wheel falls off, leave him. It doesn't matter. You just go. Doing the rider's presentation right now. They have to do a rider's presentation every day in every town. And again, this is what Dave was talking about. This is what these towns are paying for. And they do their little recycling thing every day. Let's recycle a light bulb. Okay, good job, guys. Probably a brand new light bulb. They're not even recycling here. Okay, interesting flag here. It's like a white flag with blue stripes, kind of like the US stripes. And it's got like a sun in the top corner. What flag is that? It's probably a local flag. I have no idea what that flag is. Does anyone know? It's got a sun in the top corner where the stars would be on the American flag. Blue stripes, white background. Dave, I don't know about that Poggy looking like a Patron when he's riding. Okay. Lance, okay, I agree. Lance was the last Patron to me. Who basically talked to people, whether it was good or not. Average speed, 33.2 blistering kilometers per hour here. Okay, they are ramping it up. Now they're saying it's 38.1 kilometers an hour after 1 hour of racing. Drew, just check maps of Vuelta 25 and Spanish wine regions. La Rioja region is just northwest of today's stage. Guys, I'm terrible with wine. I just drink it. You could pour anything in front of me and I would just go, this is superb, superb. How about the dude, guys, I'm going to watch it again, I think, if it's still on there. That dude that faked out the entire wine world. I forget what it's called. I don't know if it was a documentary or it was a long movie where he faked out, he was a professional faker, and he faked all the wine experts out. You know, people buying expensive cases of wine with him and drinking with him and enjoying it. And, you know, smells like, I get a scent of pecans and hollandaise sauce, whatever. Had them all faked out. Then it all fell apart at the end. That fascinating show. That might be a really good book to listen to. Hello, this is Tony C. Hello, just got home. Passed a cyclist all decked out in Jumbo Visma jersey. Good helmet, nice bike, going up a 5% hill. About 30 feet high and was struggling big time. God bless him. Okay, dude. I was not quick enough, but just wanted to pull the window down and yell, go Jonas, go. Yeah, you should have, dude. You should have. I usually scream, venga, venga, venga. So you only hear that at the Spanish races. Yeah. LAMF. Poggy is the dominant cyclist, but a Patron has a dominant personality in addition. Yeah, Poggy's pretty He's just quiet. He doesn't really have an outstanding personality to me. Sure, he's a nice dude, but doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Like, remember Lance? Lance would tell people how it was. He would talk more. I guess he was speaking his language, though. Poggy's just very reserved, quiet. I guess same as Jonas. They're quiet guys. They're not. Would you want to go have beers with Jonas? Would you want to go for beers and wings with Jonas? I don't think I would. Yeah, who would you want to hang out with? Which pro cyclist would you want to hang out with? I got to think Pidcock. I think he'd be fun. I think Wout would probably be fun. Mountain bike bar end on the drop bars. Yeah, dude, exactly. Brandoni's back. Veronica Ewers from my town in Idaho will be in the Women's Classic. Oh, dude, really? Classic Lorient Agglomeration? Okay, Veronica Ewers here. Lighter climber. She had some ups and downs last couple years. Guys, I don't know. Okay, I don't look that bad on screen. Okay. Okay, we're finally getting to see the three riders. They've been just dilly-dallying around here at the front. These guys are definitely not flying either, it looks like right now. Guys, while we're here, Brandoni. Dude, you mentioned the classic, women's classic. Interested to see how she does. Lighter climber. She's had some ups and downs last couple years. Veronica Ewers. Dude, what team is she on? Brandoni. Let's give her a highlight here. Over at that race, guys, we've got only 3 riders left in that break. Sabrina Stultians, Josie Nelson, and Lucinda Brand. Yes, dude. Lucinda Brand. Rocking it out here. 36 years old. Palmares, really nice. Didn't finish the Kreuzsprites, which happened just through the week. Actually, it happened 2 days ago. Was it the Tour de France? Watch her all the way, guys. Interesting, guys. Interesting. Live video feed coming right now. I got to zoom, make the screen bigger here for myself. They're already kind of riding in echelon formation already. There are winds blowing. Haven't seen flags. Alpecin de Koenig on the front. Israel Premier Tech, Bahrain victorious. They are riding diagonally across the road. There's some wind, guys. There are. So you're saying there's some wind. Very light winds, 6.5 k an hour. I think they're getting nervous for no reason. Until we see a fresh breeze of 27.5 kilometers an hour, I'm not even concerned. Oh, yeah, okay, we're in the right race. We are. I thought I was at the other race for a second. So, dude, Brandoni, what race is your friend on? Veronica Ewers. Sorry, what team? I'm just losing my brain here. I have no idea. It's a one-day race, hard to look anything up. So let's get through the chat here, guys. Yeah, thanks, Tony. Okay, guys, Tony, you should be in charge of my social media for me, because I don't even know what that is. Smash the like button, guys. Just give it a quick hit. You just go up there, tap, gone. That's it. You didn't commit to anything. You're just telling YouTube, I like what I'm seeing. If you don't like it, don't hit it. And then other people will see this later today. You know, even Joey Jojo sees, she goes, the numbers are good. She goes, but they're not like Tour de France. You're like, well, yeah. I said, I told you they wouldn't be. I think the World Championships can be good. Oh, nature breaks are happening. And it's a nature break. Let's put our feet down, nature break. There's no momentum here. 36.7 k an hour. I'll jump back to the actual Vuelta for now. Here we are, guys. Oh, riders with the most profile views. Who do you think? It's Poggy, Mathieu van der Poel, Wout, Remco Evenepoel, and Mads Pedersen. So we've got one of those riders at the race today. 3 minutes, 17-second gap, guys. You can see on the detail profile, they're just going through a series of little rollers here. It is out in the countryside here. Not gigantic open fields, but if the wind kicked up in places, it might hurt the Peloton a little bit. What I saw earlier, they were riding on quite the diagonal, so they are feeling winds from some direction. Yeah, hit the like button, guys, please. MTB Worlds in Les Gets France was there for mountain bike downhill. Yeah, I saw some mountain biking this morning. Is that the one you're talking about, Drew? I saw it on Flow Bikes. Dave, Big Mig stopping with his family when tour went through his hometown. Yeah, good old days. Mario Santos is 45 kilometers ahead of the peloton. Yeah, he started at kilometer 75. So awesome. Anthony's actually watching on Bike Terra. Uruguay flag. Really? With the sun? Does anyone know that flag? Guys, it was a white background with the blue stripes, kind of like what the US has, stripes. And in the top corner where the stripes would be, the stars would be, was a sun. Maybe it's like a local provincial flag. Oh, Uruguay flag is blue stripe with a sun in the upper corner. Okay, guys, Colin's going deep on this one. I'm going deep. See if I can do... that is so bright. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Wow. It is. Guys, it's Uruguay. That's 100% the flag I saw there. And I think there is... I think it's... what was his name? I think his name... Fagundes. I think Fagundes might have been Chilean. Sorry, Uruguayan. I'm all over the place, guys. Start list here. There was a rider for a team, and we just looked at them before. First thing this morning here. Yeah, right here. This dude, Eric Antonio Fagundes, Uruguayan. So someone's out supporting this dude here for Burgos BH. I was looking at, remember, 7 rookies at the Vuelta this year for Burgos BH. Their first appearance here. So, yeah, there's someone out supporting him. Awesome to see. Close that down. I'm going to go jump back into Bike Terra, so now you can see the actual gaps on the course. Going to have a slurp of the coffee. Mario's here. Yes, Anthony, and even so will be hard not to get caught. Once they hit the downhill, they will be 60k an hour. Alone, I can't get that. Mario, you're the man. Mario is the man. Mario, I said earlier, I think that you're riding about 80k every day. Amazing, dude. Absolutely amazing. Let's just do a little Bike Terra viewing for now, guys, so you can get kind of an idea what it looks like out there. They are riding out in the open fields. This is the peloton here. What we can do is bounce like to our threaders. They're 1.5 kilometers ahead. We'll go to the Cofidis rider here. Up to the north here of us, to the north of town. Oh, God, I can't even see that. Valilas. Small place called Valilas. What happens in this town here? Who lives here? What do they do? Do they listen to the same books as me? Do they listen to the same podcasts? Like, guys, so weird to me. Just places in the world I've never been to, and there's people there. Very deep. Deep thoughts today, guys. Deep thoughts. So, yeah, the peloton's nowhere in sight, guys. I will jump back and kind of give you an idea of where they are. Let's hit J-Vine here. So if we look at the map, yeah. Breakaway is through Valilas, and the main peloton is just coming towards it right now. So we can hang out here for a little bit. Have a little look around. We're currently 1 hour. We're about 1.5 hours into the race, guys. And let's jump up to our champions here. Big jump. It always takes a while. This is the same as what happens to me on my whoosh. Here's Mario out front, guys. He's already on the downhill right now. So Mario's on the downhill. Cruising along here. It says he's on a flat right now. Yeah, he is on a flat. Looking at the profile, there's little blips along the way. He should start descending again right away. Let's take a look at Mario here. Oh, Mario, nice jersey today, dude. I'd be going full disc wheels here myself. On the descent anyways. He is in a flatter section right here. The white line is Mario's location on the course. When I bounce back to the peloton, let's go back to Vernon here. They're still in all these rollers here. So even though Mario's on the downhill right now, Mario says that they're going to end up catching before the day's over. They will start accelerating too, guys. They're not going to ride at 33 kilometers an hour all day long. I'm just waiting to see Mario get some downhill gradient here to help him out. We'll back out a bit. And I would say, you know, what I'm seeing on screen looks a lot like what we're seeing on the video. Open fields, scatterings of trees, a dry climate for sure. I always like to compare what I see at home. This reminds me of interior British Columbia, the Okanagan Valley, Kamloops, Cache Creek, Ashcroft, all through there. Jonas Grigard. Another Dane for Lotto here. Grabbing bottles. And I'll bounce back, guys. Back into the race itself. Maybe, hopefully, we get some answer here. I think Brandoni asked about his friend that's racing, or a lady he knows racing at the CLA Classic Lorient Agglomeration. Okay. That guy was only caught because he sold several cases to a billionaire who actually tried to drink it. That's right. When he got caught, I think they were at a wine tasting, and there was people there that were all... Well, the one wine tasting I saw, and guys, I haven't seen it forever, so they were all like, you know, oh yeah, this is great. Oh, it's just incredible. The whole wine tasting thing that you do. Peloton is getting a little strung out now, guys. I think they're going to start riding here soon. Bobber and Victorious on the front. Actually noticing a lot of riders from Groupama FDJ up there. And then Visma's behind them. What I saw, they found out, I do remember that part. They sold it to some really rich dude, and he goes, this is not that wine. Like, he knew the wine. He knew the taste. I think a lot of other people that try these wines out, they've never had it before. So you can fake them out. You just sub it in with another good wine. It wasn't like he was bottling in homemade wine. He was getting other good wines. He was mixing wines. He was finding the right bottles. He was finding the right labels, recreating them, aging the bottles, the looks to them. And then there was a family member that was originally part of making this wine, like a grandson or something like that, who was probably then even in his 50s or 60s, and said, we weren't making the wine that year. There was something to do. He goes, everyone thought we were, but we actually didn't. It was something goofy on the label. He goes, I know that's fake. Dave, what's the name of that documentary again? Just so other people can watch it. We'll call it a YouTube goodie today. Maybe they can find it on YouTube, Netflix. Yeah, exactly. LMF, I would go for beers with G. Yeah, Popper, yeah. He who shall not be named was a bully in the Peloton. Dude, totally. That is the ultimate definition of that dude. If you watch him, don't matter. All the people that hang out with him, like, it's kind of weird. It's the cult of celebrity, right? There's people that hang out with him. They must know that is what he's like. The way he's treated people in his life. Some would say, what is he, a psychopath or a sociopath? Someone that just does things and doesn't realize you're affecting other people. Basically, you know, threatening people in the Peloton, threatening everyone, threatening to sue people, threaten all his friends when he has to. Just ridiculous. I do not like him at all as a person. Great cyclist. But just bully, total douchebag is my term. Total douchebag. True story, Rudy, okay, can't say that last name, faked out wine extras by selling millions of dollars worth of counterfeit French wine to wealthy collectors and experts, creating a complex scheme involving old bottles. Yeah. What's the name of the documentary, guys? Dave, Julian Alaphilippe from the Peloton now. Okay, I'm behind, guys, so I'm missing the context. Annemiek van Vleuten. Yeah, she was really good. Really good. T. Roydman, one of the questions, should the sprint stages be shorter in Grand Tours? Translated at, guys, do we really have to watch 2 hours of soft pedaling before we get to the sprint? T. Roydman, that's a good point, dude. Good point. Yeah. They could all, I mean, it's 165K today. It technically is kind of a shorter stage, but yeah, why not just have it like a 90K all-out sprint fest? Keep it so short that it's going to be like hammer down from the very beginning. T. Royven, I think that's really good. Me and you should be working, coordinating these races. I'll be in charge of the camera. You can coordinate the routes, and we're good. Yeah, it's probably too long today. Someone made a comment yesterday. Good comment. What did they call it? The tacked on sprint stage. Yeah, like realistically, why are we riding the first 80 kilometers? I get it, it's a grand tour, but we could change it up a little bit. It's kind of like almost a rest day right now. Yeah, it would make it a lot more exciting, because I know there's a lot of you here, guys, and I don't blame you at all, because I've done this in the past. Wake up, watch the last 30 kilometers. Or a lot of people will do this as a highlights only type race. I did see someone talking. It was on Life in the Peloton with Mitch Docker. And this dude said, yeah, you can just watch the last 10, 20 kilometers. Yep, I get it. But he hates watching the highlight reels. And I kind of like, because, dude, I don't like, people always ask me, why don't you make a highlight reel? I don't want to. Think they're starting to move now in the Peloton. It's very stretched out now. It's all single file. I guess the thing with making a highlight reel is that you already know exactly what happened. And so there's no excitement. If you're watching a highlight reel and they're getting all excited, they're kind of faking it. I like doing it live because then you'll see me stumble over words. You'll see me mess things up. You'll see me when I'm freaking out, something's happening. You'll see me when I'm trying to see the riders. You'll see me trying to look around cars. That's what that other guy was saying too. He was a guest on that podcast. So yeah, T. Royven, I do agree with you. Nowadays, leaderships from Aero have evolved. The authoritarian patron style is not the most suitable. Best leadership is that where a leader is recognized by what he is and not by what he orders. Yeah, Mary, you're right. It has changed a lot. Popper is saying only for the ladies. That would be the shorter stages. I think that nowadays the DS plays more of a role than the team leader does via a road captain. Yeah, generally they'll pick like an older rider that's kind of like not at their peak anymore to be the road captain to translate all that stuff across. Okay, yeah, let's get Empty Worlds. Saw a bit yesterday. Yeah, there was something streaming this morning about it. I just don't know enough about mountain biking. I wouldn't be able to identify one rider out there. Yeah, it is Uruguay. Okay, thank you, Sheila. Probably calling just in Spanish. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, Burgos region. Not far away, Wine City, west of Rioja region. Yeah, so guys, I did learn a lot about Spain, the Vuelta y Burgos, the Burgos area. Yeah, showing your track routes, full discs, not on open roads, I know. Generally, I guess I'm probably saying that too, when I do my Ruby riding, I would usually, if it's a flatter course like this, I would pick full discs for this one. You'll get such an advantage on the flat and downhill sections. So guys, some of the virtual cycling apps, and it amazes me, and I'm going to do a video about it soon, I see people that are high level riding on Ruby, in particular Ruby, they'll be doing a hill climb on like a time trial bike. And they're just dying. Then I select a super lightweight climbing bike. There's a Fesca super light bike. You can get a Tarmac that's super light, and you put the lightweight wheels on. And people will say all the time on Facebook, does that make a difference? Absolutely, dude. It might be 5 minutes faster on that course. And same with the time trial bikes. Okay, so we're going back to the women's race. Watching on YouTube, middle of the night. Okay, just getting caught up, guys. Midsummer Murders. Oh, the wine substitution frauds. Yeah. I guess the thing about, too, with the wine substitution, I think a lot of the collectors, they're probably very educated on wine. They buy it and they put it away in the cellar. It's not like they get it and they try it and go, yep, this is what it is. Oh, head-to-head links. Okay. So yeah, they buy it and they put it away. They think it's an investment. Crazy to me that wine's an investment. Rotten grapes. Oh, there's also a guy who faked art provenances as so well that museums can't be sure. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, organizations use flat stages for sprinters as rest days, but sometimes the Peloton rides real fast. Yes, exactly, Mary. We're going to see Jonas sending more kisses home. I cannot wait for that. Dude, if I was ever to make a video like a video that I just make. I sit here and do all the boring stuff by myself, which I hate doing. I hate it. It would just be a montage of, and if I was allowed to, without getting copyright struck by all the mass media places that bore me to death, it would just be Jonas giving kisses out one after another. He does it every day. Every race, every day. Oh, yeah, absolutely, dude. Peter Sagan, Anthony called it. Peter Sagan for a beer. Imagine going drinking with Peter Sagan. I'd like to hang out with, I could see Mitch Docker being real fun. He seems so down to earth. Again, guys, they're kind of riding in an echelon style. Jonas doing a moving mobile nature break right now. So I think the winds are a little bit stronger than what we're finding out about. Weather during the race, 10K an hour. So it's not strong yet. Oh, I'd love for some echelon apocalypse action going on here. Tobias Bayer here for Alpecin de Koenig pulling on the front. Groupama's right there. Yeah, guys, they're now moving quicker. All the teams are lined out. I think people are starting to get wary here now. Still only 37.5. It's going to take a while to bring that average speed up now. We've been going so slow. It's a great time for kisses, for me to talk about wine fakes. It's actually pretty fascinating that people just buy into it. Actually really fascinating, the fakers. The amount of research they must have done. You know, like, dude, I'm just going to fake people on wine. I saw someone, poker chips. Not poker chips, casino. Yeah, I guess casino chips. What do you want to call it? Yeah, whatever. That you can use at the roulette table or for poker and stuff like that. They would fake them at home. And they did a really, really good job. Colin, you could recognize Pidcock, the Olympic mountain champion. Yeah, that's the one I could. That's the one. Oh, the Rudy Kamawanian documentary is called Sour Grapes. Okay, I'm going to look for today, dude. I don't know if it's still on Netflix or not. Yeah, Colin, a video of all the kisses Jonas at home would be awesome, but would be long. Yeah, it would just be like 20 minutes of him blowing kisses. That's all it would be. And just this every time, doing one of those. Jonas, probably a fruity wheat beer drinker. Oh yeah, Quinn Simmons as well. He would be fun to hang out with. There's definitely people like, they're just different. You can see there's personalities out here. I don't know. Poggy and Jonas would just be like, yeah. I would probably tell jokes they would find offensive. They would get upset with me. Quinn Simmons would laugh it up, probably slap me on the back. I'd like to think Matthew Vanderpool would be a full bro. I'd like to think that, but I'm not sure. Jonas drinks Surströmming juice. I don't know what that is. It's probably like rancid herring with some kind of liqueur mixed in it. Just a guess. Probably very high probability of that being true too. Those first 50Ks were mostly, but yeah, it was because they were climbing all the way and they weren't going super hard either. Should get faster. Yeah, pardon my keen sense of the obvious. Captain Obvious, Drew, and Colin as well. Guys, it's going to get faster. That's my prediction. Guys, going on a limb here. It's going to get faster on the downhill part. Going on a limb. Poggy, I think a Czech lager. Okay. Budvar, Czech beer. Buttermilk? What? Buttermilk? Oh, that's what Jonas would drink? Yeah, Jonas is going to have a strange legacy, with his kitchen renovations. Don's not in the mix anymore, guys. I think he's left already for the day. Don's gone. We've lost Don. Expect this to be a kind of a quiet day, guys. Saturday mornings, a lot of people are sleeping in. All those people that work, enjoy your weekend. Colin, just keep at it. 57 people watching. Thanks for the like, guys. Drop more likes if you can. If you haven't yet, just drop a quick like in there. Don't be afraid. Buttermilk for Jonas, yes. Here's Mads Pedersen looking awesome on his green Trek. It's such a super dark green. It's a lot darker than the Skoda jersey, though. He's back at the team car now. Grabbing a quick gel. Oh, ice pack. Grabs an ice pack down his jersey here. And again, guys, it's not brutally hot, but it's still 26 degrees. That's hot when you're in this kind of riding. Wind's still at 9-10 an hour. Wide open countryside here. I'm going to jump back to the women's race right now. The CLA. Get caught up. Lucinda Brand, Josie Nelson, and Sabrina Stoyltons. Those are the same three from before. And it's saying the gap between the break and the peloton is increasing. Guys, wasn't Vives here? Let me take a look. I thought she was here. I thought she was here. Why don't I see her? I'm lost. I'm just going to avoid that for now. '800th career race day for Emmanuel Bookman for Cofidis. 2 years and 70 days of riding. Remco, whatever they put in front of him. Yeah, it's been very quiet not hearing from Remco. Like, what is Remco up to these days? Prepping for World Championships. I think, guys, while we're at it, let's do this quickly. Let's talk about some races that are coming up. So this is what I do every day, guys. Later on in the afternoon, do my stuff, get a ride, and if I can, I come look here. Like, these are the races tomorrow. So we got Britannia Classic tomorrow. That is a one-day World Tour race. I want to cover that. We got Stage 9 of Vuelta Espana. Gonna cover that for sure. They start 20 minutes apart, so we'll be doing bouncing back and forward. That Britannia Classic has got an absolute lineup of bangers. It's all the dudes. It's everyone you know. All the sprinters are there for that one. GP Crange, don't know that. Here's a flat race. That's a 1.2. We got another 1.2. Next races, so Britannia Classic is tomorrow. The CMAC Ladies Tour, I'm considering doing that one as well somehow. Tour of Istanbul, Tour of Kosovo, these are 2.2s. Tour of Britain Men, I want to cover that race. That's September 2nd. Wow, that's next week. Same day as CMAC Ladies Tour. World Tour races, remember these are all UWTs, and I guess WTW for the women. So Britannia Classic is one tomorrow, and then on the 12th and the 14th, we have 2 races in Canada and Quebec. Then it's a full month till we get to Lombardia. Wow, they're already showing Tour Down Under for next year. Kind of really excited about that. I'm already looking ahead to these races, guys. I know most people get a little bit worn out. I take 1 month off. I want cycling back. Next races, okay, it's not showing up there, but World Championships, I believe. I think the World Championships are around September 20th, 23rd, something like that. So we'll bounce back here now, guys. See, it's speeding up now. 37.6k an hour. They've done basically all the climbing today outside of a few more rollers. Generally downhill from now. Most stage wins at the Vuelta in history by competing teams. Who is it? Well, you can see it. 64 by Astana, 64 by Movistar. UAE is going to have to be around for a very long time to match that. They need 30 wins to get into first place for UAE to be the most winningest team ever at La Vuelta. Soudal Quickstep's there. Team Visma Lisa Bike is on 40. Only 5 ahead of UAE is though. Wow, what a cool old abandoned castle. That is so awesome. Yeah. Dude, all we have here is like old abandoned farmsteads. I'm going to make some more videos on that coming up too. As long as not pasteurized. Yeah, I bet Contra liked a real nice red wine. Yeah, probably. Oh, Marosane Ayuso moving to Lidl Trek. I think I did see rumors of that yesterday. Yeah, Lance was very vocal about Shiner Bach. Texas Will, you're right. Stephen Roche, Guinness, yep. Oh, guy on the side of the road having his quick whiz break. Yeah, what castle is this if I get a name of it? This is so cool. Of course, perched right on a little prominence, a little pimple of a hill, overlooking the countryside so they can see the approaching armies, the pillagers coming at them. Is that under their current team names or all the previous generations? Dude, I guess it's got to be all the previous. because I don't think it's been XDS Astana. Well, we can do this. Probably the best way to do it is go to XDS Astana team. And then let's take a look at David Ballerini here. So it's been called XDS Astana here. I'm trying to find a rider that's been there forever. I'm just going to pick some randoms. This guy's too young. Clement Champoussin. How do I find out the team name over time? Can I look at it here? Alexander Vinokurov, general manager of the team. There's probably a way you can go through and see all the previous names. Yeah, it shows everything, guys. It shows all the stuff they wear, their helmets, their pedals, which bikes they ride, group sets. It doesn't give you the actual... Well, they're probably all riding Dura-Ace. Maybe some Ultegra. It's all the same stuff now. Kazakhstan. They have the XDS development team. Anyway, back here. 37.9k an hour. Yeah, Astana about 20 years now, but it's always been... Yeah, you're right. Slight changes. Kind of like Ineos, I guess. If we were to go to the start list, Ineos, let's have a quick peek. The Ineos Grenadiers. Bernal's been around long enough. So, like Dave asked, under their current name. So, Ineos Grenadiers, the name was actually Team Ineos in 2019. It was Team Sky before that. I would say that's all one team. Pretty much, because they all just kind of translated across into the team Ineos, then Ineos Grenadiers. The Grenadiers are obviously a company that's, I guess, building the Land Rover Defender now. They stopped building the Land Rover Defender, I think is what it is. And so the Grenadier is kind of like a reproduction, recreation of it. I think it's like a proper car chain now. I've never seen one here. Seen lots of Defenders, beauties. Moving along, guys. Gap now, 3 minutes, 30 seconds. Super chill day here. Super chill day. Okay. Ooh, this is kind of an interesting stat. Riders leading the GC after 14 stages of La Vuelta. I wonder why they picked 14. That didn't win the final GC since 2000. Ben O'Connor last year. What did Ben O'Connor finish last year then? 2024. Ben O'Connor finished second. That's right. So with a week to go, Ben O'Connor, say a week to go, 14 stages, 21 stages in total, leading the GC and then lost it in the final week. Okay, so that's what they're trying to tell us here. Who was leading in the final week and then lost it? I've seen this name before too. This Norwegian rider, it happened to Vincenzo Nibali in 2013. Oh, I wonder who beat him. Why don't we see who beat him, guys? Vincenzo Nibali in 2013. Load it up. Finished second place in the GC at Vuelta Espana. Who beat him? The 41-year-old legend, Chris Horner. The legend, Chris Horner. You knuckleheads. I think his knuckleheads, he says that just so he doesn't swear at everyone. Bradley Wiggins lost in the week. Ooh, yeah. Bradley Wiggins lost it in the last week as well. That would be 2011. Let's see who he lost it to. This dude. Chris Froome, second place. Yeah, that was such a weird race. Oh, yeah. Bauke Mollema when he was on fire. Denis Menchev, Maxime Montfort, Vincenzo Nibali. Awesome. Bauke's still racing too. Bauke? I don't even know if he's lead Trek or where he is. But yeah, he's still racing. 328, guys. 328. Oh, new names, guys. New names. Movistar about the same. Dude, this guy here, Shazam. Shazam QC. Shazam QC, where you from, bro? It was Astana, Kazakhstan team, and Astana Premier Tech. Oh, it was Premier Tech before XDS. So, guys, not to get controversial, IPT, we know who they are. Premier Tech's the sponsor there. So my understanding is IPT is a collaboration between a rich dude and Premier Tech, which is a Canadian company. And that team is not a national team named after the country, which we're not going to get into. They just use that name to promote it. But Premier Tech is a Canadian company. That's why there's quite a few Canadians on that team. Yeah. Didn't know they were... Yeah. When you say that out loud, dude, I remember that now. Astana Premier Tech. I do remember that now. Astana would have gotten a lot of those ones with Contador. Ineos is a petrochemical company. Okay, and Grenadiers is the car company. I would have a beer with George Hincapie. Love to hear about the new American team he is starting, Modern Adventure Pro Cycling. Yeah, dude, George Hincapie does seem like a cool dude. I don't know how he puts up with Lance. Like, I honestly don't know. Movistar, Valverde, Quintana, Landa. Frankie Andreo and his wife. Yes! Frankie and Betsy. I'd love to hear the full, like the real, because all the stuff, Betsy and Lance never got along. Betsy was a woman who looked at Lance and said, "You're full of BS, dude. You're such a douche." I don't think she liked him from day one. She just knew. She's just that woman that was like, you know, dude, I can see right through you. Everyone else kisses your butt because you're like the leader of the team. And she's like, I'm not doing that. She got Frankie in a lot of trouble at times, but kept Frankie in line, which is what she should be doing. Sativa Girl. Chris Horner loves knuckles on his head. Yeah, he loves his knuckleheads. Kobo was stripped of the win. If no Kobo, then Wiggins would have won as per team orders. I was going to say that, dude. When I saw QC, I was guessing Quebec. I'm from Quebec. Premier Tech is from Quebec. Okay, dude, I didn't know it. Yeah, I knew Premier Tech was a Canadian company. So they're in collaboration with that. The other dude, the rich guy. And that's IPT now. I don't know why I'm afraid to say their name, but I just don't want to get in trouble. So IPT. Marcel... And guys, you'll always see Canadians on Israel Premier Tech. Cote Houle is a Canadian. Zukowski is Canadian. Marco Frigo yesterday had an amazing ride for Israel Premier Tech. Matthew Riccatello here, this American, is having an amazing ride for Israel Premier Tech. Ethan Vernon, yeah, could easily be the top 1-2 sprinters in this race. Jan Hurt, Czech rider here, 34 years old. I've heard his name forever, it seems. World Tour with Astana Pro Team. Okay, here's a good example. So now it's XDS Astana, I think, or Astana XDS. But at one time, it was called Astana Pro Team. So their name slightly changes, but same team. Then he went to Intermarché, Soudal Quickstep, and now at Israel Premier Tech. And as far as I know, too, if I click on it... Oh, it is branded Israeli. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was maybe Canadian. And you look at Canadians on the team. Guillaume Boivin. Let's do the shout-out for the Canadians here. Pierre-Andre Cote. I think he's in the race today. Derek G. Well, what is it saying now? Yeah, it actually says there now until August 25th. So we've heard them say they're retired, but then you've got IPT saying that, well, the contract's still in place. Hugo Houle, another great Canadian rider. Riley Pickerel, I've just seen that name somewhere as well, just very recently. Michael Woods is retiring at the end of this year. They got a lot of good riders on this team. So Premier Tech is a fully Canadian company, guys. Oh, yeah. Horner does do the sleeve rolls up. He always sits sideways. He always sits like this for some reason. And he likes to get his hands in there. His hands look gigantic. They're probably petite little hands. His hands are probably the size of the guys from... oh, guys, you know what I'm talking about. One of the Scream movies. You know that creepy dude? He's like the butler with the little tiny hands. That's probably what his hands are really like. I have big hands, guys. How tall is Chris Horner? He's probably like 5'7". I'm 6'2". rolling around, rucking up at 6'2", guys. Rucking up, as the Australians would say. Lance was terrified of Betsy, would hound Frankie, but never wanted Betsy turned loose on. Yeah, you're right, Dave. And Betsy, she stood up to Lance all the way. She went in front of the grand jury. She heard all that stuff, and everyone else would shut up. And they, I don't want Lance to come after me. The Oakley lady, I forget her name right now. She is on a recorded phone call with Greg LeMond going, yeah, I know, Greg. It's terrible what Lance did. It's... They get her in front of a judge. She lied on the stand at the trial. Like, perjured herself completely because she was worried that Lance would do something. Because the reality was he would attack people. What was it too? He was actually charged, I think, with witness tampering. Or witness intimidation at one of his last cases during the whole doping stuff. Because he would call people up and threaten them. And those people were witnesses against him. You can't do that. You're an idiot. Like, he's just a douchebag. People still love him, though. Pop Marino, Derek G, Canadian champion, was on IPT. Yeah, up until just recently. I wonder where Derek's going to go. What do you guys think? Where's the best move for Derek G right now? Guys, we've moved up to a massive 38.4K an hour here right now. Group lead is still at 335. Total rest day. They're resting. So it's going to be a double rest day here today and Monday. Shazam, QC, Michael Woods, and Derek G. Yeah, and there's a ton of great riders from Quebec, guys. I see a lot of them riding inside over on Zwift. I've met a ton of them. There's a really good team. They're actually called SWAT 5W4T. 5W.4.T. Just a killer inside a virtual cycling team. Tons of great Canadian riders. Shazam. Yeah, Dave, me too. I have a love-hate relationship with Lance as well. Yeah, dude, I respect all the stuff he did, but the way he went about it, just douche. Okay, that's not bad. So Chris Horner is 5'10", so maybe he does have big hands. Maybe he has big hands. He always rocks a nice shirt, well pressed. Some of my current commentary for My Whoosh was kind of... It was a weekly commentary I did for the Echelon Racing League. I put a dress shirt on every day, and people noticed it too. Colin, did you get dressed up for this? I'm like, yeah, I did. Still blocked on Twitter by he who shall not be named because I asked for a refund on the 3 books. Yeah, full of lies, I know. All lies, dude. Like, it's crazy listening to the books. The lies he makes over and over and over. And then he just comes... he met up with... where did he meet them? Yeah, he did the show with Oprah. It had to be in Austin. It had to be on his territory, where he just admitted it to everyone. Yeah, I did everything. I did everything. Yet tried to burn everyone down, sue everyone, threaten people's jobs, just used people. Like his coach when he was super young, I forget the guy's name right now. Remember, I'm doing stuff as I'm listening to it. Lance just used me up until the point he didn't need me, and then I never heard from him again. So he made a comment on Twitter about it, and then Lance threatened a job he was trying to go for. Oh yeah, I see you know so-and-so really well. Funny thing, so do I. Good luck getting the job, dude. The guy did get the job in the end. I guess the guy there was... I bet you the guy there was probably like, yeah, you know what? Lance is kind of a douche anyway, so I don't care. I'll hire you anyways. He was going for a bike coaching job. At some school, I think. Betsy is the type, if you threaten her, she will end you legally. Or not so legally. Think buried in the desert. Yeah, possibly. If it wasn't for her, Lance probably would have gotten away with a lot of stuff. I've been tested over 200 times, and I've never tested positive. They've never been caught. And all the numbers were fake, too. There was dudes... Lance, at one point, claimed over 500 times. There was another guy, I think it was... One of his coaches, I believe, said he'd been tested over 800 times. And in the end, it was like 300 or something. So none of the numbers were correct. They just kept exaggerating it even more. And there's still people that love the guy. his whole podcast. He's got his main podcast. Now there's an after show. It's like the We Do Plus podcast with Johan, who coordinated all that drug doping. He's as bad as Lance to me. And there's some dude on there that's on with her, so it's a spin-off podcast. Then Lance was doing the Tour de France Femmes after podcast, the watch party, with 2 female cyclists who I don't know. I'm like, why are you hanging out with them? Like, why? Yeah, Lance almost bankrupted Greg LeMond because Greg was speaking the truth. Lance had Trek go after Greg LeMond. So, just threats. And then Greg would retract things because he had to. Lance could have books both in the nonfiction and fantasy part of the library, exactly. Horner's hands. Chris and Garrett shoot his... Okay, dude, Chris and Garrett shoot his videos with an extreme close-up fisheye line when his hands on. They're magnified. Dude, I got to start doing that for one of mine. I got to do that. Yeah. I'm going to get my hands right up close. Wear a checkered dress shirt, jeans, belt, sit sideways. A few random things up in the background here. A couple of jerseys hanging there. I'll make it look all professional. You guys will think you're watching Chris Horner, 2013 Vuelta Espana winner. He who shall not be named still at least has his yellow jerseys hanging up in his garage, the douchebag. Yeah, they're all still there. Oh, the French laboratory. Yeah, guys, there's so much sketchy stuff. Heinz Zerbruggen, sketch master, so suspect. He's leading... Like, dude... Lance makes donations. Oh, yeah, okay, good. He made a donation? Yeah, we're good. When you got money, you can get away with everything. You just make donations. You've got the money. You can sue everyone into the ground. You've got money. You've got contacts. You can threaten people. You can use politicians to help get your way. It's such a farce. And maybe a bunch of people are doing it, but they're not bullies about it, and they're not douchebags in public. I can't believe anyone really hangs out with them. Like, when I watched the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift after show with the ladies that were there, I'm like, why are you hanging out with him? He's not a nice guy. But it's the Lance cult of celebrity. See you, Lance. You're a douche. Watch him come after me. I used to own both of Lance's books. Guys, I used to like him at the time too. I was the guy, though, at the time when, you know, I'd hear my favorite commentators saying, this is unbelievable. We cannot believe what we're seeing before our eyes. I was always like, yeah, I can't believe it. I don't see it. I'm cynical. And if it seems too real to be true, it's probably not true. That's just my style. Yeah, no more Le Mans bikes. That's right. Dave would never enhance his hands on screen. That's something you do not do, folks. If you're into enhancing your hand size on screen, we know what you're up to. Oh, Torsten's waving at the camera. No kisses, though. Yeah, waving. Thumbs up. Giving a thumbs up. No kisses. Okay, he's out. He's off my good books. I need kisses from my riders. Maybe his calves. Dave would highlight his calves, yes. Race is moving along now, guys. Very strung out. Keep saying that. 3:45 gap. And riding in a straight line. No echelons right now. Wind is 11.6. So it's getting slightly windier. We're going to have to be out over 20k an hour. And, oh, hang on. Hang on. No, guys, it is saying here. Let me come back for a second. So this weather is from the front of the race. So where they are right now at kilometer 70, weather during the race, you can see it here. Starting around kilometer 60, we're in this little dip here before the last hill. They said the winds are out to 22k an hour. So that's why we were seeing some diagonal riding across the road. Needs to be in the right direction. Needs to be with the right team at the front to put the attack in. Before we see any of that happening. The Santuario de Loreto. Loreto. There's a place in Baja California called Loreto. A place I definitely want to visit. Yep, look at the Wikipedia page for TF winners. No winners. All Lance. Gone. Gaboosh. Yeah, exactly, Sheila. You got it. You got it. He seems slightly less douchey the further he gets away from racing. Yeah, dude, I can see it. Dude, I think he is a likable character. But I think he's kind of like the character from American Psycho. Like, very likable until he decides to murder you. Just, he was too aggressive. Way too aggressive. Ah, yeah, Tony, you're right. That's a good comment, too. People hang out with the Kardashians. There are all types of people. Yeah, I would just rather die than do that. And there's people that give them credit. All the Kardashians, they've created such an empire. It's an empire of nothingness. It's an empire of nothingness to me. I'd rather be poor. These are the people in your neighborhood. Exactly. Pop Marina, no redemption for he who shall not be named. There's a Metallica song, The Thing That Shall Not Be Named. Is it The Thing? The Thing That Shall Not Be Named. Hang on, guys. We're doing some deep dive research here now. Metallica, Master of Puppets album. I do need to look at this now, guys. You got me thinking. The Thing That Should Be... Oh, it's called The Thing That Should Not Be. Okay. But it is from an H.P. Lovecraft story. Which one is it? It is from the one where they go to Antarctica. They go to Antarctica and they see something that should not be named. Yep, the cult of personality. Exactly, that's all it is. It's a cult of personality. Oh, this guy was famous at one time, man. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah. He did lose a ton of money, but dude, he's got so much cashed away. He had things bought. The amount of money, the endorsements was ridiculous. Flew around in his own private jet. Everywhere. Hit a Gulfstream, just rocking it out, like living the lifestyle of a rock star. And yeah, now he's still got a super, super successful YouTube channel. Joey Jojo's awake. Joey, go back to bed. The Thing That Should Not Be. Yeah. But I think that is based on the H.P. Lovecraft story. They go to the Antarctica. Scientists go down there. They discover an ancient city. They discover a giant mountain chain down there that's bigger than Everest. Oh, look at this. LAMF. Messenger of fear, insight, darkness, deception, kills the light. Oh, dude. Joey might be in love with you now. Dave's here as well. Yeah, Metallica. We haven't had a good Metallica session in a while, Joey Jojo. Yeah, she's back to reality, guys. Back from the big trip to Vegas. A little Vegas rundown. Joey lost her phone on the trip one night. It was actually packed away in one of Avery's bags. Apparently, they were looking for this phone at about midnight. They were double booked on two resorts, Mandalay Bay and Red Rock. They were trying to get to Red Rock. Joey could not find her phone. They were calling the phone over and over. Luckily, she had the ringer on. And I think it was Addison telling me they thought it was in the elevators. So they were standing out by the elevators trying to listen for the phone. I'm like, are you guys kidding me? You're kidding me. It was in one of Avery's bags. So somehow it got packed in there. Joey lost her credit card one night. Yeah, see, dude, I knew it. See, LMF, you scored some huge points there, dude. Huge points. LMF, get some love from the channel here. Joey knows every word. Oh, yeah. What happens in Vegas with Joey didn't stay in Vegas because I had to kind of figure it all out. When they're asking me to find Joey's phone, Addison's texting me at 10 after 12 midnight. Guys, I'm streaming 3 hours later. 3.5 hours later. I'm dead asleep. I'm trying to find her phone. They'd already found it at this point. Her credit card the night before, the lady didn't return it to her at Oscar's at the Plaza. I love that place. They went out for a steak dinner there. It's closed at 10:30. Joey goes back at 11:30 and is banging on the restaurant door. Let me in, to get her credit card back. That's the adventures they go on. I said I'm never going on a vacation with the three of them ever again. Yeah, back to life, back to reality. Exactly, Dave. Dave, I still remember your reference yesterday for Jermaine Stewart drinking some cherry wine. We definitely don't have to take our clothes off. Joey knows that song. I probably played that for her on our YouTube video nights. I'm the master. Joey loves it and hates it. I'm the master of saying, oh yeah, I love this song. I crank it up, maybe 15 to 20 seconds, and then I change it to the next song. And that will happen for 2 to 3 hours straight. Yeah, they went to Thunder Down Under. That's where her phone apparently was when I tapped on her profile pic, but they actually did make it to Red Rock after they thought the phone was in the elevator somewhere. Why would you guys think the phone was in the elevators? What were you girls thinking? Lance Story, 1999, Lausanne, France. August, was shooting photos. Lausanne, Switzerland. I think it's right close to the border. Drew did stay there for, I think, 15 years. Was shooting photos on a lakeside story of a Travers Lausanne race. I'm laying on a curb, elbow in gutter. All riders went to center stripe. Continued. It's coming more, guys. Part 2 coming up. LAMF. Tony C. My football team has just signed a player whose name sounds like Voldemort. He whose name shall not be spoken. Not named. Oh, my bad. Lance saw me taking photos and zoomed straight at me, missing my elbow by a foot. Was the best shot I took. Yeah. Guys getting feedbacks right now, guys. Red jersey on screen. Bahrain victorious here. 38.9 kilometers an hour. We're just getting over the last little bump of the day on our tacked on sprint stage, as someone called it yesterday. 2 hours in. They have been climbing, just rolling all day long. Phase 2 will be starting soon, guys. I'd say once we get out to about a kilometer 100, the teams are going to start getting interested in the sprint point coming up. Mats Pedersen, Lidl Trek will be up there. 20, 17, 15, 13 points. I think it goes down to about 10th place. 6, 4, and 2 seconds of time bonifications there. And we do have a circuit at the finish, guys. I think we do 2 laps. We're going to cross the finish line, do a lap with some rollers, finish back at the same finish line, obviously, second time through. Hopefully no one celebrates too early in this race. It is 23 kilometers from the finish, so I don't think we're going to get an Alpha Leap. I finished and I won type event. Riders riding way over on the far side to grab their feed bags. Yeah, very dry looking here. I like it. I like this kind of scenery. Dry looking. Oh, some nice geology going on here too, guys. Looks like some tertiary deposits here, gravels. You can see some harder layers here in the background. That's all stratigraphy, guys. Voldemort. Yep, girls are back at home. Yeah, she was a total Harry Potter fan. When we went to Universal Studios, wow, that was a long time ago now. 2018, I think it was. We had to do the whole Harry Potter thing. It was like, get me out of here. We went on the Harry Potter ride. Broke down mid-ride. We're like hanging upside down. I almost lost my sunglasses. Yeah. That was kind of a gong show, that trip. W pronounced as V. Doug Brown at 61. This long stretch coming is kind of my ride. Hey, Doug. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, me too, dude. Yeah. Downhills, flats. I like that kind of stuff too. I don't know what I'm riding today. Actually, while I'm going to do a little bit of side. What are you guys even looking at? I don't even know. Okay, we're going to go back to Bike Terror, guys, just so you can get a feel as to what's going on. Emmanuel back. Emmanuel for Lidl Trek, you're riding. He looks quite hot today. That guy's done so much work at this race. Lidl Trek just puts him on the front and says, here, earn your paycheck. Mario Santos is still out there, guys. Mario. I think Mario might stay away. Mario, dude, I think you're going to stay away today. They're just cresting the final little bump. Oh, actually, they're on the flatter section now. Mario's got a pretty good lead on them. But you never know. Back out to our front group. Here, guys, we'll just pop in and out of Bike Terror off and on here just so you can have a little look-see. We are riding near a lake here somewhere. Hopefully we can see that on Bike Terror soon. Here's Mario up front. So Mario's up front. This is our Bike Terror rider. He's been through San Mateo de Gallego, I would assume is what it's called. Then we're going to go jump back to our breakaway group. 3 riders have been away all day. There's the lake. It is showing up. You can see it on the map. I think we're too far from it to actually see it render in. It's over top of these rolling hills here on their left-hand shoulder. I'll spin the map around so you kind of... Yeah. So what I like to do is I like to put them on screen in the direction that they're going on the map. So that lake would be over their left side right now. So I'll take a look over there, and you can't see it because it's just over these hills. And again, looks like just a bunch of wheat fields here. It looks like we're riding at home. Wheat fields all lined with trees. Only difference is the fields are a lot smaller than ours. So that's our 3-rider breakaway. Jumping back to the Peloton. Where are they with reference? Okay, they're alongside the lake too. See, it's pretty big. What lake is that? This one. Embase de Almudabar. Sure. Looks like a pretty shallow lake to me, just the images they showed. See, there's a few small creeks nearby feeding it. I bet you the water levels change quite often there. Go back to Sergio up here. Yeah, they're just at the end of it here. I'm just trying to see if we ever see any of it. It's just over top of this hill down into the next little low area there. So we'll bump out of that. There's my Uruguay search there. And we'll come back into La Vuelta here. Turn that guy off. And that's what we're looking at. Okay, guys, they're now on the descent. It's going to open up quick here. 3 riders are fun. I've just gained 45 seconds almost because they are now over the top descending. The Peloton's just getting to the top, and they've got Emmanuel Gebrek-Zabier, the Eritrean rider, on the front, doing the work now. Front of the Peloton probably stretched out 30 to 40 riders long. Rest of the blob behind them. Oh, sorry guys. Why is this not showing? Okay, I got to do this. There, we're back. Screen was black there for a second. Didn't look like it clicked in. But while I'm here too, there's something I want to do in the background. Close that down. Hopefully this doesn't screw things up. And I'm just going to go for it here. Yeah, it keeps doing this. Stop it. Okay, we're good. Yeah, I keep jumping back and it's a black... I'm not sure if you guys are seeing a black screen, but I'm looking at OBS and it keeps showing a black screen. Not sure why. Oh, we're on the Metallica talk. We're on the Metallica talk. Joey, we need some Metallica today. Oh! German striker, LAMF. I'm a bit of an expert on palestrine carbonates. Dude, LAMF, was it you the dude that was talking about wireline logging? I think you said you knew what that is. Yeah, the girls went in 2021. They went to the Helping Hands concert. That's the acoustic set that goes into full real metal at the end. So they went to that. Very small show. Wow, Papa Marino. No lie, I saw Metallica on the Master of Puppets tour in London, 1986 with Cliff Burton just 2 days before he passed away in his coach crash. Orion, dude, you just scored there. You just scored. I'm out. Papa Marino's in. That's Joey's favorite song. Whenever that song comes on, she loves it. Dave, my trip to Universal Studios on the Jaws ride, I almost got bitten by a mechanical shark. Had my arm on the pontoon right where the shark bit the boat. Nobody warned me. Dude, I think that was my favorite ride at Universal, was the actual studio tour, to be honest. I love seeing all the behind-the-scenes thing there. Like they had the Psycho House. And they had a few little rides you went in. Like I think there was an earthquake thing that goes on. There was like a big shootout one. There's a dinosaur one. And then seeing the plane crash. There was like a, I don't know, like a fake 747 plane crash. But going past the Jaws area too. They don't even run it anymore. It's just shut down. We saw Metallica Power Trip 2. Yeah, they were awesome. Yeah, that was my favorite concert. I'll tell you guys. Still wearing it. You can see the band on my arm here. Joey loves when I wear this out in public. You cannot really see it now. There it is. That's the entry pass on the back here. The actual chip to allow you into certain areas is in here. Wow. 2 years in October I've been wearing this baby. It's never coming off till it falls off. I don't care what anyone says. Tony saying starting to feel good. Took my kids to Universal a few times. All trips were fantastic. Yeah, I love the studio tour itself. They tell you about it. You know, you look around at things. Pulling teeth, anesthesia. Yeah, his bass solo. Yeah, the chat always goes off track, guys. It always goes off track. What else? Something else I wanted to show you guys here too. I've been just digging around the last few days. So people always ask me, they're like, oh man, it must be so cool being a geologist. You get out there with your rock and your hammer. Guys, I've never done that. I've never done that. I did that in university. I would do, I go do field work. I think for university, first year, you can do it any year you want, but you got to do 2 years of field school, which means 2 weeks before a semester starts and 2 weeks at the end of the year semester. You could take a year off if you wanted, and then you got to do another one. There's 4 of them. So where did I go? I did a local one, Banff. I remember I told you guys I was out at Exshaw, Canmore, mapping dips and strikes and stuff like that. Big bunch of limestone out there. Second one, I went to Trail BC. Trail BC has a big smelter. What does a smelter do? Basically cooks up rocks and extracts all the important metals that are in there. That's what Trail's important for. I think it might have been lead zinc. So if you go to Trail, the smelter shut down now. If you go to Trail, all the trees are super stunted there. Trees don't really grow there because of all the emissions that came out of it. I guess they didn't know it was dangerous back then. That was in the second one. The third one I went to... the third one I went down to Blairmore, BC Alberta border. Guys, look this up if you're interested. You'll probably find YouTube videos on them. Look up the Frank Slide. It's in southern Alberta. Might be right on the border. It's Alberta, BC. Frank Slide. It's where way back when, in the very early 1900s, the whole side of the mountain, it's called Turtle Mountain, just let go. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of people living in the town, but I think about 100 people died. They never cleaned it up. There's gigantic boulders there, like I'm talking like the size of like 3 houses, just scattered everywhere. The whole town got buried. They just built a brand new road through it eventually. Frank Slide. Look that up. Some more cool geology. So I did a field school there. Camped out. And then, my last field trip I went down, probably my best field trip, I went to Bishop, California. So we drove 2 days down all the way to the northeast corner of California. Oh, and we were doing giant fold mapping out in the desert. Like that was not the cool part of it, because I was probably the oldest person in the class. There was kids there that were like 22, 21 maybe, and we're all going out into the desert where there's like U.S. jet fighters flying. Death Valley's not that far away. It's right there. We're going out there with like 1 can of Coke each for the day. Like, if our parents knew, or anyone knew the conditions we were in, like, not good. Not good at all. And watching the race here, guys. Let's see the stats here now. Make sure this is synced up good. 3 minutes, 14-second gap. So it's going to start coming down now. Now that the Peloton is on the downhill, they're going to slowly start pulling those guys back. Wow. Okay, I was going to say, are we going on this major highway here? The riders just turned off and we're taking an underpass now. Oh, we're riding on a secondary road right alongside this main highway. Yeah, we get off track here a lot, guys. We talk about everything. Kitchen rentals, fixing washers, dogs, goats. That chat should always be on Metallica. Yeah, we always talk rock here. Guns N' Roses. Highlight Colin time number 3 today. I wore that 5-pound tour t-shirt till I had more holes in material. Yeah. I bet there are Metallica chat rooms. Oh, absolutely. What about Colin's new cycling jerseys? Joey, they love it today. I think everyone loves the pink jersey on me. Just, yes. I think it takes about 10 years off me. Oh, dude, right here, LAMF, Sedimentology Masters. Nice, dude. Dude, LAMF, where are you from? Where are you in the States again? I think you're in the States. And what does LAMF mean? I feel like it's some kind of like, German techno group or something. Oh, yeah, guys. Okay, when Joey says one too many, she meant one. She meant one. Joey, you're at the point now where one's enough. I had one too many margaritas in Vegas and went into a t-shirt shop. Yep. Oh, yeah, she had a special Metallica jersey made, guys. Special Metallica. She spent 2 hours in the t-shirt shop. Her and the girls absolutely obliterated. Apparently, they spent 2 hours in the t-shirt shop after they went to Thunder Down Under. Very classy show in Vegas. Sorry, guys, just dropping stuff here. So LAMF, diagenesis and carbonates, guys. So that's when rocks get changed by heat and pressure later. Diagenesis. Or I guess maybe mineral replacement too. I don't know. So I guess that when a limestone becomes a dolomite. Diagenesis. Picture of the Bates Hotel. Yeah, the pink is nice. I look good in pink, bros. Drew. Had a backstage tour at Monterey Aquarium. What's that all about? Oh, okay. Pop Marino, I just watched Pale Rider. Clint Eastwood, he hit a rock and found a gold nugget to save a community. I'm just kind of getting into some of those old ones. Like, guys, The Good and the Bad and the Ugly. Guys, we all know it. The Ecstasy of Gold. The greatest opening song for any metal concert in the world. That's like the best part of a Metallica concert, that opening segment. I just actually watched The Good and the Bad and the Ugly for the first time. I know my friends are ashamed of me. I've got a friend, Steven Cycles, who's like a movie buff. He's got all sorts of movie memorabilia. So LAMF, I'm just trying to catch up, guys. And coffee too. Got it. Guys, we know all the excitements at the end of the today. Yeah, so LAMF, where are you from, bro? Joey's asking. Oh, good question, Joey. Who lives in Europe? We need a garage to hunker down in when we come stay. Yes, Metallica is not in the US or Canada next year. They're only in Europe, so we might come over for that. I think I mentioned to someone, I know they play 3 locations in the UK. I think they played Glasgow, I think, and that's where my buddy Steven Cycles is. Tony, what team is on my pink jersey? The Jumbo Weezer. Just kidding. Dude, it's the old Molteni. This would have been Eddie Merckx team from way back in the day. Oh, yeah. Guys, you should. Joey Jojo here saying you should see the Metallica team jean jacket. Sure, she got a jean jacket, a few little fake rips in it, and she totally emblazoned it with Metallica patches and probably spent, 3 to 4 hours every night after work emblazing it with rhinestones. And every woman down there wanted to buy it off her. Oh, dude, Whitley. Yeah, dude, Whitley. Okay. Dude, I looked it up yesterday. I did look Whitley Bay up yesterday. So Whitley Bay, guys, is just a couple miles up the coast from my birth town, North Shields, Tynemouth. Dude, it's super close. It almost looks like it's the same place to me. Okay, dude. Okay, gotcha. So LAMF, you're familiar with wireline logging, geology degrees, so you must have worked some North Sea geology in the past. Not Jersey Colin. I have no idea what Joey's saying there. Oh, I like your name too. Like a Mofo is an album by Johnny Thunders and the Heartbreakers. I don't know that band, dude. The Loading Dock Tour of venues here in TO for 11 years. Yep, Tony. Joey Jojo gifted me with the jerseys before I went away. It's the Merckx Giro jersey. That's right. It even has Eddie Merck's name on the back, like on the part where you put your snacks and stuff in. Oh, Jason Matt. This is Lurker alert. Lurker. Hey, Jason. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for jumping into the chat. I don't think Jason's been here before. They got a doubleheader, tickets to London next year. Dude, doubleheader's the only way to go. So guys, if you don't know this about Metallica, they only perform outside of Helping Hands, large outside concerts. They have so much good music that it takes 2 nights to get through a good chunk of it. And the way they do it is they'll rent out an entire stadium. Obviously, they probably spend 2 days setting up, maybe more. They play like on a Friday night. They take the next night off. The stadium that they've rented out just sits empty. Nothing can happen. The stadium is set up for them. And then they'll do the second show on Sunday. So, dude, Jason, man, welcome aboard, dude. Oh, he has been here before. Okay, Jason, good to see you again. We did Metallica doubleheader in Seattle in 2024? Yeah, last year in August. And then we did Metallica doubleheader. I'm lost. Where do we? Denver. I wouldn't even remember that. So we just did that in June. Doubleheader, dude, is awesome. Yeah, Jason, man, he's been here before. Okay, Jason, I don't think I've seen you in a while. Guys, while we're here, people always asking, what's it like being a geologist? It's just whatever. This is what we do. Guys, this is what we do. LMF is going to know the stuff. Right here, we are looking at a photo density dual space neutron log. It is for, guys, I don't know why I have this anymore. The location is 5 of 26, 73, 10 west of the 5th meridian here in Alberta. That is what you call, that number, 5 of 26, 73, 10 west of 5. That is the Dominion Land Survey that we use here in Canada. It's really good for splitting out farm blocks. It's actually, like, I know exactly where that is. So a township is 36 sections. That's 6 miles by 6 miles. One section is 640 acres. Obviously, a quarter section is 160 acres. And that gives you like a nice little ballpark as to where you are. If there's another well there, it would have like a 0-2 location. If there's a second event there, the 2 would be on the other end, blah, blah, blah. After they drill the well, this thing is very long, guys. They stick tools down the hole. The tools could be upwards of, I don't know, probably 15 to 20 meters long. They stack them up. They record different stuff. So this one here is recording a gamma ray. Gamma ray tells me how clean the rock is at that point. If it's a clean sand, that's a reservoir. It'll be way over on the left-hand side. If it's a dirty shale has got maybe, even if shale's got a lot of clays in it, it'll be reading way over far to the right-hand side. So what I'm going to show you here is, if you can see this, all shale, interspersed sands, more shales. Maybe I can find you a coal. That's what we look at. And then over on this side, we have neutron and density. This is how I read porosity on a log. So you're basically looking for porous sands. That's where you find your hydrocarbons. That's where it's trapped. There's lots of other curves on here. There's a PE curve here. Hopefully LAMF knows what I'm talking about here, dude. I don't know why I have these. I think some dude I met after my last job, or was in between jobs, has said, hey man, I got an opportunity to look at this. Can you look at these wells for me? And I did. I sent him my review. I don't think I ever heard back from him, so I've got the paperwork for it. Anyways, enough of that. Iron Maiden at West. We saw Iron Maiden at the Power Trip. Yeah, Joey could go for a 5-day concert. Excuse me? Yeah, are they near 40K? Dude's 39.4K an hour at this moment. The speed is impressive. I could hang on still here. Long as I was fully ensconced in the Peloton, I'd be okay. Weird little stat here. Results in the Vuelta Espana. We'll go back to 2021. With riders with the number 1 bib, Primož Roglič, he won it that year. 2022, DNF'd it. Remco wearing bib number 1 finished 12th. Sepp Kuss finished 14th. Kuss had bib number 1 in 2024? That's strange. João Almeida in progress. We don't know yet. 3-minute and 15-second gap, guys. Now I got this huge... Guys, this is what it's like. I'm not kidding you. Like, you can see how long these pieces of paper are. And in the old days, we used to have to tape them together and color them. Now you can print them all out digitally, and there's all sorts of really cool software. Here in Canada, I used primarily AccuMap. That's an IHS product. GeoScout. Labrador was around for a while. Petra, I've used that. Geographics is another big one. And basically the software, depending where you are in the world, you become really good at one type of software. The kind of one software dominates a certain part of the world. So like, if you're in the States, you've probably never used, say, AccuMap. They might use it now. I think Geographics is bigger down there. If you're over in Europe, use a different one. So as a geologist, sometimes it's hard to transfer over because you've never used that software. I'm like, guys, it's all the same. It's all the same. That's why Colin's unemployed. Anyways, okay, guys, I gotta get this out of the way. I got quite the mess here now, and guys, I got a lot of it still folded up. So basically, this is a vertical representation of that entire well bore that might be, I don't know, you might log maybe 1,000. You log the parts that you want. You don't have to log all of it. You do have to put a gamma ray trace over the entire log and probably a cement bond log on it. Guys, I'm getting very technical without being technical. Hopefully LAMF has a good laugh out of that. It's nice that there's another geologist nearby. Dude, so LAMF, what do you do for work now? Are you still in geology? Bruce Dickinson was at the House of Blues in Vegas when I was there. You should have went to that. Doing geology survey documents, Colin really does cover. Yeah, so guys, that is, so there'd be a series of those logs. There'd be a stack of them. You got to give some to the government. You give some to your partners, depending who the drilling partners are. One company kind of does all the operations. You might have partners that are like 5-10% in the well, a 50-50 partner. I distribute those to the partners. I was very much an operations geologist, so I did all the mapping myself, but I did all my own drilling. I hated when they're like, oh yeah, the other guys, they got an operator. I don't want them. It's me. I want the well call. I loved waking up at 2 in the morning, taking well call, trying to figure things out. Yeah, Iron Maiden, GNR, we did all that. Hailstorm are awesome if you get a chance. Izzy's voice. Who's Hailstorm, dude, and who's Izzy? Izzy who? Are they a band I should know? I just don't know. So Jason, nice comment. Sadly, too many classic venues have been lost to COVID here in TO. Cadillac Lounge and Parkdale gone. Hideaway gone too. Yeah, TO is probably a really good spot for music. There's times when US bands come through, they hit TO and maybe Vancouver, and they skip Calgary altogether. What's crazy too, guys, we're talking about Iron Maiden here. Bruce's voice is so great. Dude, I love that guy. He is such a cool dude. Leader of one of the best, most influential metal bands of all time. 747 pilot. And train expert. Like, he's a total nerd. I love dudes like that are super cool, but they're also super nerdy. There was a show on TLC where he traveled around the UK discussing trains, all the history of it. But regarding Iron Maiden again, I think the other original singer of Iron Maiden just passed away too. So I think last year, what was his name? Paul Diadama or something like that? The guy before Bruce. Well, there was a guy before him. He just passed away too. Dude, yeah, Tony, I know that too, dude. People probably tune in and think, what is this channel? Maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe it's good or bad. I don't know. And I'm okay with it. Sam Fender, Neil Tennant, and Hilton Valens, all musicians from North Shields. Oh, okay. North Shields, Tynemouth. That's the place to be, man. Apparently, LMF said North Shields quite run down. It's probably super Sketchville now. Take your car there, get broken into on a Saturday night. Tony Law, I tell him that's when he gets dislikes, Law. Yeah, Joey gets very upset when people dislike my channel. She takes it personally. I'm like, I don't even care anymore. I just don't. I just roll right through it. Rolling Thunder, guys. Choo-choo. Let's go. I saw Maiden on Number of the Beast tour in 82. It was good, but not as good as Metallica or Motorhead. Sheila, sorry to run. Say that in Canada. Sorry. Yeah, exactly. Sheila, you heading out? Good to see you, Sheila. We'll be back for a more exciting stage tomorrow, guys. This is our, as someone said, tacked on sprint stage. Down to 2 minutes and 56 seconds. What rider had the lowest summer of results in a Tour de France and Vuelta in the same season? Oh, this is good. When they say lowest, they mean the best results. Chris Froome in 2017. Remember, this is Tour de France and the Vuelta. Won both of them. He was first at Vuelta Espana and first at the Tour de France. Bernard Hinault did that same thing in 1978. First at the Tour, first at La Vuelta. Jacques Anquetil, same thing. First at TDF, first at Vuelta. Jonas Vingegaard, first at the Tour de France in 2023, and then Vuelta Espana, he got a second place. Wow, so Chris Froome, unfortunately, who had another horrific crash just 2 days ago, has the most recent record there, tied with Bernard Hinault and Jacques Anquetil. So there's 3 dudes there with that kind of interesting double in the same year. Yeah, that's an interesting double. It's the Tour Vuelta double where you win both in the same year. Now, Jacques and Bernard's, I think, were all early season. So the Vuelta was the first season of the year back then. Whereas Chris would have done the Tour late season Vuelta. Yeah, I've never seen Motorhead, guys. Oh, Papa Marino, listen to this dude. Met Lemmy at album signing. Joey Jojo, just so you know, Papa Marino here is the guy that does all the sports betting. There was another dude that did sports betting during the Tour de France, and he was really good too. Papa Marino does a lot of sports betting here and does support the channel, dude. Thank you so much. Met Lemmy at album signing. Still got Ace of Spades and Motorhead vinyl signed. I'm all, holy crap, dude. Yeah, that's awesome. That's a collectible right there. Yeah, it's good Joey's here because Don's not around right now. I think it was way back when during the Tour de France, Joey had to correct someone just in the nicest way possible. And that's why, guys, Joey was gone. I put Don as a moderator during that time trial event that occurred. It just got too much in here. So, and I'm done talking about it. Oh, Izzy Hale, best current female vocalist out there. Dude, I'll have to listen today. Joey put it on the YouTube request list. Oh, I was surprised this summer when I'm on the road to the falls and next door David Wilcox is playing. Dude, was he laying pipe? Is that him? Tynemouth is nice. Wealth and coffee shops. 2 nice beaches. You may even see dolphins. Yeah, I guess my mom still has pictures. I think she sent me a bunch of pictures, dude, of me at the beach as a kid. I guess it was a big shipbuilding area at one point. Yeah, Joey, they know that. So Lampf here lives in a small town that's actually 2.5 miles up the road from North Shields Tynemouth. So, yeah. Whenever people ask where were you born, I say, oh, Northern UK. Where were? Newcastle upon Tyne. I say Newcastle at first, and they were like, oh, and then if they know, I'm like, actually, I was born in Newcastle. Sorry, I was born in North Shields Tynemouth. So it's Newcastle upon Tyne, the Tyne River. Tynemouth is the small town that's at the mouth of the Tyne where it goes into the North Sea. And I was born on the north side of the river, which is called North Shields. And there's also South Shields upon Tyne. Yeah, Sting's from there too. Joey and the girls would always say, I wonder what you'd sound like if you were British. Like if you still had your accent. I'd probably have a pretty rough accent. Yeah, Sting was really good in Vegas. We saw him at Caesar's Palace. Yeah, Sting is from Wall's End, a few miles from North Shields. That's right. Very close. Dude, Wall's End. Dude, I sound like I'm... It's like the stuff you're saying, I feel like I'm talking to my mom right now. Because she talked about Wall's End. I think there's a castle there of some sort. I don't think... It's not Hadrian's Wall, is it? No, because Hadrian's Wall would be more north. Actually, I know a guy on Ruby. When I do all my inside cycling, he's from north of... North Shields as well, along the coast. I forget which town, though. Maybe it's the same place. Ooh, Mark Knopfler. He would be good to see. Guitar master. Okay, guys, I will get back to the race. For anyone that just popped in is going, what in God's name am I watching? It's the Colin Variety Show. Guys, we're watching the 8th stage of the Vuelta Espana. We're going from Monzón Templario So obviously some kind of religious place, I think. Templario, when I hear that. To Zaragoza. We're coming out of the mountains. We're into the farmlands. This is our compulsory flat stage that we do. Where basically you sleep in late and you watch the last 30K. We are coming up to the sprint point, guys. So I said earlier, I think around kilometer 100, I think Lidl Trek is going to get interested in this again. Now let's take a look at the points. It's Mads Pedersen far and away, guys. But Ethan Vernon is on 76 points. Mads has a 22-point lead. We got 20 points available for first place. And as I say that, I'm looking at Emmanuel Gabriel-Xavier. Wow, I think I can actually say that now. Emmanuel Gabriel-Xavier on the front. Just left elbow flicking the Alpecin de Koenig rider to come to the front. Bahrain victorious president as well. I think this has been my least cycling related video I've done so far. Oh, it is. So, dude, is it actually Hadrian's Wall? Okay, so I did remember it. Sometimes I think that Hadrian's Wall is the border between Scotland and I guess not. But yeah, Hadrian's Wall ends in Tynemouth. On the end there. Or Wall's End, I guess is what it's called. There's a small castle there. In the Peloton, they're probably talking about Watts and fueling and pizza and Taylor Swift. Oh, well, yeah, younger dudes. That's probably what they listen to. Joey is not a fan of Taylor Swift. Neither am I. Wall's End is literal name. Yeah, okay. So the wall ends there. Yeah, all of Joey's family's from Ontario. She was born in Ontario somewhere. She was born where Stomping Tom Connor hangs out. What's the name of the song? Dave, you seem to know all this music and stuff from back there. What are the Stomping Tom songs? I can't remember. Stomping Tom, Katie Lang. They broke 40K now. Guys, we are like accelerating here now. Flying at this point. 40.3K an hour. Okay, my stream's doing that little funky chicken thing it does sometimes. Yeah, you can see it. I don't know if you guys see that or not, but like the screen kind of like erases itself over top. What I should do is, while I'm here, can I go in here? Nah, I don't want to. I'm going to close that down, actually. We're going to close that down. We're going to come back here. Okay, here's another stunning fact, guys. The actual bib numbers of the past editions of the Vuelta. 2024, number 61, Primož Roglic. Number 24, Sepp Kuss in 2023. Remco Evenepoel, number 134. Primož Roglic, 2021 and 2020, bib number 1. He was the favorite going in, gets bib number 1. No Poggy yet, folks. No Poggy yet. Poggy still needs to secure a Vuelta win. Where are you, Poggy? Where are you? Swifty's here. Wow, this is a fascinating talk today, guys. Tony, I really hope they're not Swifties in the Pelotons. Please, for the love of God, tell me you can. Dude, I bet you the majority of them are. If you're 25, you're a Swiftie. Dave, when the concert came through TO, it was very disturbing to see 3 generations of a family dressed in the same way. The Swifties. Me and Jojo will never be at a Taylor Swift concert. Well, Joey's here now. It's like I always bug the girls. I talked about this yesterday, I think, guys, or the day before. I watch them listening to their music. Like, what's the modern music, whatever it may be. I'm like, well, that's funny. Where's the band? Where's the drummer? Where's the bassist? Where's the guitarist, the keyboardist? They're not there. Maybe they are for Taylor Swift. I don't know. But a lot of modern bands, they're not there. They're just singing to a backing track. That's pretty pathetic, really. One of my favorite channels for all you UK guys and everyone else out there, Wings of Pegasus. The dude's name is Phil. Rocks a mullet. Really good guitarist. I don't know if he's an instructor or not. His new thing lately is taking live acts and putting them through some kind of software and showing you where all the auto-tuning's happening. All of it. Like basically what you're listening to here is all auto-tuned on the fly. You just can't even hear it. It's auto-tuned live on the fly. They don't actually sound like that. We just had Oliver Knight here for Cofidis Abandon. He's a rider from the UK. Didn't see it happen, just got a little blurb here. At the front of the Peloton, here it goes, guys. Here it goes. Israel Premier Tech. Who are they pulling for? We're over kilometer 100, like I said. Israel Premier Tech are now on the front pulling for Ethan Vernon. Lidl Trek are on the front pulling for Mads Pedersen. And Alpecin de Koenig are on the front pulling for Jasper Philipsen. So the 3 sprinters will be coming out to play. Let's see if the Ineos Grenadiers' Ben Turner gets involved in this one. Speed now up to 40.6k an hour. Yes, the good old hockey game. That's right, the good old hockey game. Yeah, I'll stop there. Sudbury Saturday night. What about the spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig? Isn't that what it's called? The spuds are big on the back of Bud's rig because they're from Prince Edward Island. Oh yeah, Margot's got the cargo. I do remember that song. Oh yeah. I don't know Charbel Rome, but Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, that's the new big thing now. Sabrina Carpenter, she goes up on stage. Whatever. I don't see a musician in the background, so how is that? How is she doing it, guys? How does she have the sound coming through when you don't see a drummer or a guitarist or a bassist? How is that possible? It's mind-blowing. Oh yeah, Tilsonburg. Yeah, so I think Joey Jojo was born very close to Tilsonburg. Joey, what town were you born in? Why do I not know this? Why do I not really care either? It's just a town. Dave, I grew up across the East Coast. Queen's East. Stomping Tom was a regular visitor there. Heard most of his songs before I heard the name. Yep. Cher is the auto-tune expert. She started it. But I think even with well, there's auto-tune, that robot sound, but now auto-tune is just used to make people's voice sound better when their voices crack and break. Go back to and guys, I was never a fan. Someone's getting mad at me. I was never a fan of Queen. Their music is not really my music. But that guy knew how to sing. That guy could hit a note and hold it. But even Phil on Wings of Pegasus is a good YouTube channel, guys. Go check it out. He'll break down songs and said, this is not possible. The voices can't do this. When you go to watch Metallica, you hear James' voice crack. I'm okay with it because I know the rest is real. Margot's got the cargo. Okay, I got to check the video out. In Tilsonburg calling. Geez, dude, who cares? Don't care, Joey Jojo. Geesh, Colin. Oh, wow. I'm loving the scenery here, guys. This could be Drumheller, Alberta here. Watching the sandstone outcroppings. I'm seeing the sedimentary layering there. I'm looking for the darker areas that might be a slight coal deposit. Drumheller here, guys. It's probably 35-minute to 40-minute drive from here. It's due east of us. It's what we call the Badlands here. The Royal Tyrrell Museum's there, one of the best dinosaur museums in the world. You get all the fun dinosaurs there. They're constantly excavating the area. Sometimes they discover dinosaurs just by erosion. You got the Red Deer River cutting through that whole valley system. The hill gives way. Dinosaur bone sticks out. Dinosaur fossil sticks out. It's not a bone anymore. It's a fossil. It is no longer a bone, guys. It's a rock. Milli Vanilli, blame it on the rain. Yeah, Dave, you know what's interesting about that now? What we see in current music for a lot of the younger people, and I shouldn't say that only, some of the older bands are doing the same thing. They're just basically singing to a backing track. That's exactly what Milli Vanilli did, and those guys got crucified for doing that. Like their lives, their career ended. Now it's normal. I bugged the girls about it. Like, why would you want to listen to this? They're like, well, we don't care. We just want it to sound really good. I'm like, well, so you're just listening to the music then from at home. You just turn on Apple Music. Well, we don't care. We just want it to sound real. We want it to sound the exact same. So they're okay to overlook the talentlessness of them. And so Milli Vanilli, when they got found out, gone. Drew saying there's a Freddie Mercury. Oh, that's right, dude. There is a Freddie Mercury statue with, I think, him on his bike. Is that the one with the bike? Yeah, LAMF, Vince Neil's voice now. Exactly, it's horrendous. Lakeshore in Montreux, Switzerland. Yeah, they put a statue up of Freddie Mercury on a bike. Is it there? I think it's on. Dream's back. Dream, how was the women's race? I watched a little bit of it earlier, and I actually didn't even see who won it. Ooh, Misha Bradenval won. Marianne Vos second. Eileen Jansinger. For some reason, I thought Lorena Vebas was there. I was just telling Joey Jojo about Lorena Vebas last night. She did a challenge against the team Titema Rockets owners and Jasper Verkuli, where they had to try to beat her lead-out train time. They actually beat it by 1 second. I would put that all on Boss. Boss I think, looks like a tall dude. I think he's got a sprint on him. And Jasper. Jasper is a really good cyclist. They didn't take it right to the finish, though. I think they took it from 1 kilometer to 400 meters out. It was to beat the lead-out train. Dream, new music has deteriorated. Yeah, there's no... Yeah, it's just... Why is there just one person on stage? Why is Sabrina Carpenter on stage by herself with a bunch of backup dancers? Where's the band? Unless the band's in the background off stage and then she doesn't want you to look at them for some reason. Dua Lipa, same thing. It's just a dancing performance. I guess we've always had that. Oh, okay, so Drew, no, with micro in hand or said. So yeah, I think there might be one in France then where he's with a bike, I think. Yeah, Papa Marino. I need to learn more about Ghost. Have you heard of the band Ghost? I saw them supporting Metallica in 2019. Dude, I heard they're really good. I know they get all dressed up and stuff. I think I own a Ghost album. So I think it was 2 Christmases ago. I got some vinyl. I got a little record player. And I think it was packaged as Guns N' Roses, but it was a Ghost album inside that I've never listened to. So I should listen to them. It was exciting. The final sprint was exciting. Okay. Yeah, and again, I don't know why I thought Lorena Vebas was there. I guess, yeah, she's my favorite sprinter. Drew, yeah, we're finally at 41K. Yeah, guys, we're finally getting to 41 kilometers an hour. Finally ramping it up. The 200th race day of Victor Campenaerts, riding for Team Visma Lease bike. So obviously he's got more than that. How far to the finish? 50K to go. Yeah. Dave, exactly. The sad thing about Milli Vanilli is that they got crucified, and now we found out that how many others have been doing the same thing. They were entertainers, not musicians. Dude, exactly, Dave, exactly. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Boney M, dude, I love that disco music. I love it. The girls, the 3 backup girl singers, they were good singers. They are really talented ladies. The main dude with the big afro, he was a German dude that they found. He was a stripper. And this is what I heard, Dave. Dave, let me know if you know the story. The manager of Boney M was the exact same manager of Milli Vanilli. And I think he did most of the singing. So Daddy Cool, all that kind of fun stuff. That was the manager of the band. It's pretty obvious that the lead singer of Boney M, who just passed away a while ago, he was lip syncing the whole time. Milli Vanilli did a better job at it. I think it's kind of sad to look back on Milli because I think one of them is no longer with us, and I think it had a lot to do with their exposure at the time, that everyone just ridiculed them. Only 2? I thought there was always 3 on stage. I always thought there was 3 backup singers. Maybe one was just a dancer. I thought there was always 3 girls behind them. And you know what? I gotta think the main lady's name was Margaret or something. She still tours. I think she came through Calgary just a little while ago. Because she was a real singer. Like a talented musician, I guess. Boney M was exactly the same as Milli. Yep. The trend in music discussion mirrors reality TV. Producers get paid but get to retain more dollars because musicians aren't on tour. Yeah? Oh yeah, reality TV, guys. Think of the money that they make at that. You get a bunch of nobodies, pay them virtually nothing, give them an experience. There's huge eyeballs on it. The shows cost nothing to make. And then those people that are on it become like Z-rate celebrities, make podcasts up, all that kind of fun stuff. They're just kind of like riding on the fame of the show, and they haven't really done anything themselves. Colin, you said you like Boney M and Millie. I don't like Millie, dude. I find the Boney M songs, that whole disco era songs, very catchy. And I do listen to it once in a while. And you have lost all respect for me. It's okay, bro. We're good. We're good. Deep down, we got a bromance going on, bro. And so there we go. Papa Marino. Dude, I'm glad you can make fun of me. I enjoy being made fun of, guys. I think it's all fun. It's fun if I'm not making fun of you, may not like you. That's just the way it is. Once I know you, yeah, we're good. So Papa Marino, yeah. So I never liked Milli Vanilli at the time. I thought it was terrible. They're dancing. Those guys were jacked, though. They were probably pretty good looking dudes, too, at the time. I think there's only one dude left for Milli Vanilli. I'm also outside this magical mystery tour of heavy metal. So I guess Drew's saying he's not into heavy metal. Dude, I was never into it really before. And I'd already been to see Metallica in Vegas with Joey. And the band I liked there was Greta Van Fleet. I love that band. That band is so good. They are talented. If you don't know Greta Van Fleet, American band, the lead singer sounds like Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin. The music's very old sounding. Old and new at the same time. Their style is older, longer songs, more build-ups. It's not 2.5 minutes of like a little bebop beep, and then they say 3 different words at the end and the song ends. Yeah, one committed suicide, that's right. Look at the people who can't sing but have the right look, that are superstars and great voices that can't get spit on. Dude, exactly. It pays to be good looking in life. There's a lot of people in this world right now who get a lot of advantages because of a certain way that they look. They didn't really do anything to get it. It's just like, and this is your card in life. You're good looking. Shazam, you're a model. You're a cover girl or something. Or you're modeling jeans for a certain company, perhaps. Who are we talking about, folks, when I say that? Yes, I'm still yes. Dude, yes is awesome. ELP, I think you're saying ELO maybe? Electric Light Orchestra. Jethro Tull, Led Zepp, Floyd. Oh yeah, dude, awesome. We don't listen to enough Pink Floyd. Joey went to a cover band, absolutely loved it. I saw a good cover band, Pink Floyd, here in Calgary. Joey Jojo, I think they play tonight somewhere. We're not going to it. Why is my... Oh, I got to be careful with my phone here, guys. It's not plugged in. It's not plugged in. I got my phone on a charger on full blast. Here's the charger unplugged right now. I'm going to plug it in. Guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the sprint. How far away are they? Well, first 3 sprint points are going to be taken. Like, I wonder if they're trying to bring them back. Do you think they're trying to bring back that getaway group? They're 2 minutes, 20 seconds up the road. Joey's gone back to sleep. Rob or Rab, not sure which one. Yeah, Madonna, not the best singer. Entertainer. Okay. So, Boney M saying... had 2 singers, a model, and Bobby. So I think when you say Bobby, I think that means the manager, the dude that did all the singing in the background. Oh, Emerson, Lake, and Palmer, dude. Yeah, sorry. I do like ELO. The Clash, Rock the Casbah. Oh yeah, yeah. Is Justin Bieber the best Canadian singer of all time? God, I hope not. I hope not. I guess he probably could be a good singer, just his style is not my music. Just not my... And like, look at Drake. Like, one of the biggest celebrities in the world. What does he do? I don't know. Says some words, yada, yada, yada. For those of you who don't know, Dave will know this for sure. Dave, you grew up there. Dave, I don't even know how old you are. There used to be a show called Degrassi. And it started out as the kids of Degrassi Street. Then it became Degrassi Junior High. And then it became Degrassi High. And then there was a Degrassi, I don't know, kids in therapy. That's where Drake started. Drake started as an actor on Degrassi Junior High. And he was a kid that was in a wheelchair. It was all about kids things, you know. dating, drugs, drinking. It was a CBC show here in Canada. And it was probably filmed in Toronto, where Dave lives. Twice in Denver, 74, 70. Actually, I don't know Emerson, a lot of Emerson, Lake and Palmer music. I should, since he's my father. Just kidding. Best Canadian singer is probably Celine. Yeah, probably like all-out vocalist. Yeah, Celine Dion. Drake has two... Dude, I don't know one Drake song. All I know is I see memes of him, like where it's the meme where it shows him doing like this with his hand out, and then it says something below it. That's all I know about Drake and Degrassi Junior High, where he's a normal kid in a wheelchair, and now he's like the world's toughest, coolest rapper, bro. Just loaded with cash, and I'm thinking probably not a lot of talent. Matt, dude, it's Matt who said it. Matt, was it you yesterday that said, yeah, tomorrow we got the tacked on sprint stage? I think it was Matt. He's here. Matt's back in the mix, folks. These shitty, boring stages shouldn't be allowed. Dude, you're here now. You couldn't stay away, but you did the right thing. You slept in, Matt, wherever you're at, and you're back here for the last 40K. I'm watching the sprint guys. The three riders in the breakaway are stealing 20, 17, and 15 points. Looks like Jasper potentially will be coming through for the 13 points that are available. Coming through in 4th place, I believe. Yeah, total rest day, guys. 41.4 kilometers an hour. Here we go. Was a big Guess Who fan when they dropped America. Oh, absolutely, dude. Guess Who is another band. There's been a lot of really good... like fantastic Canadian artists that most people have never heard of. Guess Who's one of them. We talked about Rush yesterday. Most people are like, who? What? I'm like, dude, how do you not know? Like, Rush never had huge mainstream success in the States. They toured with Kiss way back in the day. You can see Gene Simmons talking about them, always complimenting them, but saying they were total nerds reading books at night. They never partied. Campanarts. Oh, is Campanarts at number 13? Yeah, Arrow Helmet, it looks like. Dave grew up with the kids of Degrassi. Dude, so did I. Dude, you actually grew up with them. When you say the twins, I think there was twin girls on the show, I believe. Yeah, it was the two girls with frizzy hair. Yeah, so Dave actually grew up. Like, I grew up with them, watching them on TV. This is, guys, when you had like 3 channels on TV. There was no cable yet. There was no satellite TV. The kids of Degrassi probably started in the very, very late 70s, maybe early 80s. So it's what you got here in Canada. We had CBC. That's all we had. He's not great. Okay, I'm not sure who we're talking about there. Oh, Drake. Yeah, dude, I just have I don't see the appeal of the music. Yeah, first 3 just roll through with the Cofidis rider going through first. It's 1.3 kilometers back, guys. I'm gonna start winding this up pretty soon. Once I get through the sprint point here for Mads Pedersen, he's gonna want them the most. I'm gonna whip up and refresh my coffee. Dave, I'm of the Grandmaster Flash era. I used to like Ice-T a lot. I like that a lot. A lot of funky music there. I like funky. They had some good bass lines. Carl Palmer, Emerson Lake Palmer, still smashing his drums with the holographic stage, showing Keith and Greg. Okay, so they must have been the other dudes. Yeah, Cool Mo D, Wild Wild West. Wild Wild West. You guys know that in your head, right? Dave, I think I nailed it there. Rusticles, The Littlest Hobos need a reboot. That was another Canadian classic. Rusticles, where are you from, dude? The fact that you know that. Guys, so The Littlest Hobo was kind of like Lassie. It was the Canadian version of Lassie is what it was. Sprints on, guy. Mads Pedersen's there. Ethan Drake's there. 2 IPT riders there. Mads Pedersen blows by the 2 of them. Gets out in front. Scoops up 4th place points. He's across now. And that's probably Vernon and maybe Stewart. Yeah, I bet you that's Jake Stewart there. They're not going to show him. Yeah, here we go. Semiche for Cofidis. Juan Boo for Cal Rural. Jose Luis Fora for BH Burgos. Mads Pedersen, Lidl Trek, 13 points. Ethan Vernon, 10 points. Another, I I think it goes down past 10th points. I think it showed 7 seconds as well. 7 points as well to the other Israel Premier Tech rider. Going to catch up with the chat quick. We're going to race upstairs. Yeah, the Littlest Hobo was the Canadian version of Lassie. Probably ran in the late 70s, early 80s. About a dog who gets on adventures and, barks when he finds someone drowning or something. Dream, the Peloton speed is inching up at 0.1 kilometer per every 2 minutes. Oh, the boys, the Israel Premier Tech dudes and Mads having a nice little laugh together. Smiles all around here. I like seeing this. Okay, Dave. Maestro Fresh Wes. Yes. Let your backbone slide. Dave, why are you doing this to me? You're making me sing, dude. Yeah, Maestro Fresh West. He's another good one. Dude, what about the 2000 guy? Andre 2000. Andre 2000 is another like awesome, I don't know if he's a rapper or what you want to call him, but kind of a real, I think he's a real artist too. I think it's Andre 2000. And I can't remember the song right now, but it was kind of catchy at the time. Okay, so the twins' mother worked at Bargain Harold's at a discount department store in TO for a while. Yes, Dave. Degrassi. Yeah, guys, that's the best way to put it. Dave's nailed it here. Degrassi is the Canadian forerunner of Saved by the Bell. Bunch of kids at school. Oh my, someone was drinking. Someone's parents are going away. They're going to have a party. Oh, someone smoked marijuana. It's all that kind of stuff. Before it was legal anywhere. Dream. Songs today are like repetitive chants. Maybe humans really like chants on the DNA level. Maestro Fresh West, he's still a great guy. I met him a few years ago. Andre 3000, that's right. Ian. Who's Ian? Ian, are you a lurker? Or is this Ian Holmes? No, I don't think it's Ian Holmes. Ian, great Canadian band. Triumph saw them years ago in Glasgow. Dude, so cool that you mentioned that. That's another forgotten, underrated power trio out of Canada. Triumph, guys, just look them up. In their heyday, probably in the early 80s. Well, actually through the 70s and the 80s. I kind of got back on a Triumph kick. Andre 3000, Outcast. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. That's right. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ba, 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 ba. Guys, it's a sing-along show now. That's what we've come into. I'm probably going to get more viewers this way. Pretty sure. My singing's so good. Dude, so yeah, Ian, let us know where you're from. Are you in Scotland right now? You said, or have you been a lurker? And how long have you been a lurker? We need to expose you to the Inside Cycling World chat. Dude, so during the Edmonton Oilers' last run at the Stanley Cup, which they didn't win, they played Triumph every night on Hockey Night in Canada. I forget what song they even played. I went deep dive back into the whole Triumph sound. Their what do you want to call it? Their music base, whatever, and catalog. The catalog. That's, if you're in the know, you say the catalog, guys. I listened to the tracks on the catalog of their back music. Dude, check out Triumph. They have a lot of awesome songs. The lead singer was also the bassist. Can't remember his name. I know the drummer. I think he's getting very sick now. But anyways, they had a Triumph reunion concert up in Edmonton for, I think, Game 6 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So they're kind of back in vogue here now. Speakerbox, Outcast, the only rap CD ever bought. Yeah, I said marijuana. Fab Cycling's now here. Fab Cycling just woke up. Marijuana? Where? Huh? How do I get it? April Wine. Dude, yeah, April Wine is fantastic. Prism, a group we forget about. Lee Aaron. Drew, meet you all at Floyd Landis' cannabis shop in Leadville, 2.5 hours north. Yeah, hey, yeah, Pow Pow. We've seen Pow Pow before. So, Ian, I'm still waiting for a response from Ian here. Ian, I love your comment. We're getting love hearts here for Ian in the best way possible. So, he saw Triumph years ago in Glasgow. Dude, I may be seeing Metallica there next year if all things pan out. Here we go. We talked about Ilya Viviani. It's the 100th race day for Ilya Viviani and Ben O'Connor this year. Ilya Viviani had a great stage 1 here, guys. At 36 years old, still got 4th place in the sprint. Lotto had a really good team time trial on stage 10. So yeah, guys, if you're new here, we talk cycling just a little bit here. Just a little bit. We talk about it a lot when it's not just a kind of slightly dull rest day, sprint day. Today it seems like it's all about the music, and I think everyone's fine with that. I think everyone's good with it. 41.7, the acceleration incredible. Drew, I think we could hang on. It's 41.8 now. 36.2k to go. Dave's saying for music history, listen to Alan Cross's The Ongoing History of Modern Music on Spotify. Okay, dude. Dude, again, I'll do a shout out every time to Phil, Wings of Pegasus, just so you can see how fake modern music is. So he'll take the the studio recording, and it'll show all the curves, and then he'll take the live footage. And I know he did one for Taylor Swift. He's like, there's no way this was, because the video was entitled "Spontaneous Taylor Sings." Why is there a wire going to the I think she was singing with the guitar as well. It was all pre-planned, and he said those music engineers are so good, it's getting auto-tuning corrected, like in the background, on the fly, before it even comes out the speakers. Okay, guys, I'm grabbing a coffee. I'll be right back. I've got my Lar bar here. I haven't even been able to have a second bite of it yet. I should be able to do this in 2 minutes. See you soon. Pretend I'm here. Talk amongst yourselves. Coffee talk. And folks, we're back. I am back. Guys, awesome chat today, guys. I absolutely love it. 31.3 kilometers to go, down to just over 1 minute gap to our 3 riders in the breakaway. Remember, we're going to cross the finish line twice today. Oh, man, you guys are busy today. It's a Saturday. It's crazy in here. It's just absolutely it's crazy in here. Chemistry Club. Dude, you're back. Have you heard of a great mountain biker called Bernard Kerr? Just realized he lives near me. He's pretty amazing, even Pidcock. Okay, dude, I'll have to look him up. I don't know that name. I don't know a lot of mountain biking, guys. I started touring on my bike. Followed the Tour de France. Then I started riding bikes by myself. Then I did a bike tour into British Columbia. I don't know. Multi-day event. I think it took us 4 days to get there, and then we had to come all the way home. Ooh, Eric Antonio Fagundes for the Uruguay has abandoned the race to Burgos BH rider. Hasn't said why. Oh, which rider has accumulated the most bonification seconds is Jay Vine with 22 seconds right now, guys. I think we're going to be doing a long run-in of built-up areas around the town we're going to, which is Zaragoza. We're currently 30.4 kilometers away. Just put speaker box by Outcast on my Bose speakers. The bass is intense, dude. I'm going to love that. Dude, Ian here in Scotland. I love your cycling and your show. Dude, thanks for being here, dude. And thanks for shouting out Triumph and no longer being a lurker. Did I hear Taylor Swift blasphemy? Yeah, we don't talk about that. She's kind of like Lance. We're going to keep cruising here, guys. Ashley Simpson's career imploded on CNL because they refused to do autotune. Thank Lauren. Yeah, guys, it's amazing how many people do the autotune. It's not real. I would rather hear someone's voice crack and break any day of the week. When we go see Metallica, I hear James' voice crack all the time. And it's just the way it is. That's normal. He's not young anymore. His voice sounds better now. Camping Art's back at the car again. Our only Canadians named Lauren. Yeah, Lauren Green, Lauren Michaels. Lots of famous Canadian guys. A lot of people that you would never think are Canadians either. Yeah, I guess I'm a famous one. I'm a Colin, actually a Lauren. Yeah, dude, I had to grab the coffee. I just wanted another refresh. I think I'm on the 4th one today. Me and Joe were up way too early today. That's because she came home and went to sleep yesterday. Basically slept the afternoon away and the early evening. Guys, the race is on now. Multiple teams are lining up at the front. Strange images on TV here. We're riding through gigantic cities now. Zaragoza. Oh, we're going to be stuck in Zaragoza the whole time because we're doing a circuit. That's what's going on. Because I'm this seems like a big city to be leading on for the next 30K here. We're doing a big loop around Zaragoza. Big, broad boulevards here. Lots of roundabouts. Lots of apartment blocks. Picnic Postonel lined out. Visma on the other side. Trek's at the front. Ballring Victorious. Alpes and DeCorny. Guys, I think they're going to wind it up now. Basically, okay, guys, we've dilly-dallied all day. Let's wind it up. Let's get this over with. Shut her down. Get back to the bus. Back to the hotels. Get set for tomorrow. I've been running down the road trying to loosen my... What song is that? I remember it. Yeah. Who sings that, Dave? I forget who sings that. Pow Pow. If the merger between Intermarché, Wanty, and Lotto is successful next year, what would its name be? Lotto Intermarché? Maybe a new one? Lotto Wanty? Intermarché Lanty? Take It Easy. Yeah, Take It Easy. What song is that? Got it in my head. It's totally burnt in my head right now, Dave. Saw his roadside flag your way. He got homesick, so he abandoned. 42.3 Be Still in My Heart. I think they're absolutely flying on because you got to realize, guys, they've gone so slow. The average is so low right now. To drag it up is going to take a while. To drag it back up. So I think they're absolutely pounding the front now to even move the average up at all. Where's Benny now? Yeah, where's Benny? That's a question we get a lot. Every race, where's Benny? Yep, the Uruguayan guy has to switch alliances. The Eagles, take it easy. Got you, dude. Got it. Apparently, I think the Eagles did a show at the Sphere as well in Vegas. That place is a good place to see a concert, guys. New team name, the Fifth Placers. I like it. Wow, so much fun here today, guys. Really fun Saturday. I wasn't sure what to expect out of this one today. Everyone drop a like on the way out or whenever you want. 44 seconds back now, guys. Peloton is moving at 54k an hour, so they're flying now, guys. Average at 42.4k an hour. They don't have a lot of time to bring it up all the way. On this coffee, chores, riding bikes, relaxing today, listening to good music later. We're doing it all. In the water here, they're crossing over a bridge. I can see like a big raft out there, people rowing around. Yeah, so much great music. Yeah, Eagles, probably not my type of music, I don't think. But yeah, very talented, I think. Very talented and a lot of good music. I guess I just don't listen to them. It's kind of like I don't listen to enough Pink Floyd either. Lots of great music. 38 seconds now, guys. It's going to come down really, really fast now. 37 on flow. And looks like we got 39 over here. Alpecin de Koenig ramming the front. Ooh, look at this. 3 Visma riders on the front, one of them being Jonas. Like, going this hard from 26 kilometers out. What's going on today, guys? This might get interesting now. I think we're going to finally get an interesting race. Crossing the finish line soon, for the first time. There will be bonifications at the end. Sprint points, anyways. Let's check out the points, virtual classifications here. Yep, this looks good. So it was 2017 and 15 went to the breakaway. Mats Pedersen in 4th picked up 13 points. You can see that right here. 13 today. He's on 111 now. Ethan Vernon got 4th. He received 10 points. Who else got points today? Yeah, there's Samidia. He moved up. He got 20 points. Samatier probably is his name. Sergio Jean Bois got 17 points. Jose Luis Fora got 15 points. Oh, that's right. There was only... Oh, it only went down 5 places. That's right. 2017, 15, 13, and 10. So that was Mads and Ethan Vernon getting the rainy points. But there's points at the finish. 30 points at the finish today. Get ready for a sprint, guys. Get ready for a sprint. It's amazing here to see them going this hard, this far out. We're 25 kilometers out, and they're absolutely flying now. Let's put on a show, guys. Alpecin de Koenig, like he is going like they're in the last... Guys, are we in the last kilometer? Yeah, that looks like how they're riding right now. And again, Jonas is riding 3rd in the string right behind that Alpecin de Koenig rider. Wow, Zaragoza looks like a really cool place. Cool architecture. It looks like they're rebuilding a giant... One of the... there's a church with like 2 giant things on the front. Towers. One's being totally renovated, it looks like. Yeah, exactly. Pop Marino, proper full-on sprint last 20k. Come on. Big Ben Turner, Ineos. Yeah, and Jonas is right there. Getting an overhead shot here. I think we're going to have a lot of overhead shots and camera looking straight at them. They're fully across the road here. Everyone wants to get this stage. EF's at the front. Ineos, Picnic Postinel, Visma, Alpecin de Koenig. Drew Schaefer had backstage pass to Eagles in Boulder, 1978 outdoors, Folsom Field. Wow, dude. Yeah, some of these bands, never get to see them. Too young. They weren't in my part of the world. Bainey just finished racing in Renewey last week, I think with Mathieu van der Poel. And MVDP is now in Les Gets. Oh, he's racing there. I didn't know he's racing there. Jumbo just keeping Fishboy safe. I know, but it seems like it's really far out that they're keeping him safe. Like, are they going to just blister the front for 23 kilometers to get him there? Well, to the 3 kilometer or 5 kilometer mark, whatever it is on this one. Visma getting on the front to avoid RG Bargy, the sprint teams. Be in front or get churned and burned. Yeah, true that. It just seems like it's a long way out. Two riders left in the break. The Burgos rider has dropped off the back. And here they come through the finish line for the first time right now. They just crossed through the finish line for the first time. The data from PCS and Flow Bikes are spot on with each other right now. Yeah, so I guess they're going to do like... Well, is it a 5K crash zone or 3 on this one? I don't know. Is it always 5K now? I don't really know the rule. They're going to be hammering now for the next 18 kilometers, if so, just to get to the safe point. Picnic completely lined up on the left-hand side of the road. Visma on the right. Alpecin nearby. Bahrain victorious. Lots of elbow flicking here. Israel Premier Tech in the middle. 23 seconds now is the gap. 22, 23 seconds. There is a split out of the front 3. They will all be caught. And be in front. Yeah, that's right. Be in front of Gitchner. So I didn't know Matthew Van Der Poel was racing mountain bike today. And Benny, I believe Benny was at Renewy as well. He was either at Renewy, and I think he also raced the Hamburg Cycling Classic. I think. That was a one-day event. With the speeds ramping up, if you're not leading, you're being bounced around like a pinball. Yeah. Come on, Flow Bikes. Looks like a little bit of stream delay here. Back on now. Jaco Alula on the front too. At least one rider from Jaco, I think. An attack from the Cofidis rider out front. He's thinking, I got to go now or else I'm going to get caught. Dude, it's 25 seconds. You've got 22 kilometers to go with sprint teams breathing down your neck. Oh, I think the Cahural guy is just yelling at him. Like, dude, why would you try to drop me now? You're not going to make it by yourself. You are not going to make it by yourself, dude. Okay, so Cahural goes to the front. This is Juan Bao leading Sergio Semidier. 2 lone riders. How long have they been in the lead? Didn't actually see when the lead started, but it was very, very early in the race. And they've got a 27 seconds. They gained it back a couple of seconds here. Picnic chasing hard. EF up there as well. Bahrain victorious. Speeds are kept very high. Intermarché in the middle. No Benny. There's Torsten. Amazing to see Torsten still in the red jersey. And again, you know, Red Bulls gives you wings type thing. When they're wearing the leader's jersey, they can hang. It's funny. It's a confidence thing, right? Who would have thought Torsten would be there? No one would have predicted him to be there, to, like, you know, be in the red jersey. But when he gets it, he's not letting go of it. So he's obviously capable of riding that good. Drew saying, I'd be happiest if Train keeps the red jersey all weekend. Dude, he's going to keep it today. And tomorrow, I think we looked at this already earlier. Stage 9. So this is Sunday. Yeah, this is Sunday. This is tomorrow, August 31st. Is it really August 31st tomorrow? Oh, this one is the rolly one. Looks like a breakaway day. This could almost look like a sprint day except for the end. Then we start climbing. With the sprint, obviously, I wonder what the sprinters think when they look at this. Like, are you kidding us? We have to ride hard all day to get to the sprint point. So this will be a nice way to go into. I could see him keeping it. He's right there. Although, if we go to the actual GC right now, stage 8, live stats again. If we go to the actual GC right now, yeah. Well, it's still a big gap. Torsten's the only one out of that breakaway who still kept his points because he was able to keep up with the GC contenders yesterday. Everyone else finished further back. Lorenzo Fortunato was quite a bit ahead of them, but finished, I think, a minute and a bit back from Jonas yesterday. Yeah, I think he can keep it. That's a good point, Drew. I could see him keeping it through the weekend. Get it into the rest day, and then probably things are going to change after that. Can Jonas take 2:33 out of Torsten? Maybe. Does he want it to do it tomorrow and, you know, put himself up into a big war against UAE and Trek tomorrow? Maybe not before the rest day. This will be 9th day of racing tomorrow, guys. So yeah, I think he's going to keep it through the weekend. That's my guess. Dave, yeah, will probably be a crash with the road furniture inside the cities. Yeah, there's lots of boulevards here, lots of markers, signs. Going to be a non-technical straight sprint to the finish. Strongest man wins. Yeah. Dave, exactly. Tommy Voeckler. There's another guy that, like, the bookies. I think it's funny, that word. That's what Papa Moreno calls them, the bookies. That's what they call it in the UK, guys. You go to the bookies to do your sports betting. Here we just call it sports betting. You do some sports betting. But the bookies never would have put money on Tommy Voeckler to get the yellow jersey. And he got it on 2 different Tour de France's as well. And he kept it a long time. So they're saying there's another attack by Sergio Samitier out the front trying to dump the Caja Rural rider with 17 seconds gap. Dude, you're not going solo. Yellow gave him a huge boost. Exactly, and that's the same thing that's happened to Torsten today. Pow Pow. Bahrain Victoria should make Treen a nice red Merida for the next stage. Yeah, exactly, dude. If he keeps it through, they probably will. I think I saw it for... Maybe it was the Tour de France Femmes avec Zwift. Maybe it was the men's race. When they got the jersey, whatever jersey it was, maybe it was the green jersey, they basically had the bike brought overnight, and I think it was delivered by some dude driving a Porsche 911. It gets painted somewhere, custom painted to all the colors. Yeah, that would be cool. So I think he's going to keep it. So he's got a 2.5 minute lead over Jonas. I don't see Jonas and UAE going to war tomorrow on that stage. I think he's going to have it right through Monday, and Tuesday will be a whole new start to the race. UAE and Visma will be happy with someone else doing the work as long as possible. Exactly. They're probably happy for that Torsten guy to keep the jersey for now. And speed now, 42.7 kilometers an hour. Drew's saying here, Voeckler won the yellow in Pontarlier in 2004. I was in Les Rousses, top of the climb, first climb the following morning watching. Pow Pow, I'm sure Bahrain have the cash for some red spray paint. Tommy battling in the Alps. Other French riders on the teams drop back to pace him to the finish. Yeah, I always liked him. Always liked that dude. They always called him, Phil always called him Little Tommy Voeckler. He always had his tongue out. Yeah, so I'm positive he had it on 2 different years at the Tour de France, and I think they were separated by quite a few years that he had the yellow jersey. Rolling along, guys. 16.6K to go. After this, you can get out and do your weekend, mow the lawn, do all that fun stuff. Tomorrow's going to be a totally different stage, guys. But please keep up the music talk. I love it. Music, auto-tune. What else can we talk about? Foods, wine fakers, art fakers. Yeah, I got to watch that video today about the wine fakery. And the fact that people fell for it. Yeah, Jonas 3rd place on the road, guys. Looks like Campenarts just pulled over to the side. Jonas riding 2nd. Bahrain Victorious all behind him. They're all keeping the pace really high. Still 42.7 kilometers an hour. 16 kilometers to go. This will probably be one of the slowest stages of the tour. Actually, what was yesterday's? Must have been pretty slow as well in places, but they were actually trying there. Might see some attacks out the front here coming up. Everything's back together. I don't know why those two were beating themselves up so bad at the end. They never really had a chance of getting away. I think we're seeing a big water treatment plant here. All the outside water things, the aeration. Zaragoza looks like quite the big city in Spain here. Yeah. Oh yeah, Drew, exactly. Most awkward climbing style you will ever see. Yeah, Thomas Voeckler. He just looks so uncomfortable on the bike. Have you watched Tour de Pharmacy yet? Dude, I saw it quite a few years ago. That's the one with John Cena in, I believe. John Cena, a couple other big stars. Yeah, I've seen it. I should watch it again. Tour de Pharmacy. I think I have it on HBO here, on Crave. Oh, check this out. What does this mean? The prize money classification by rider. So this looks like euros. Jasper Philipsen, 17,200. Jonas Vingegaard, 16,350. David Gaudu at 14,300. Jay Vine. So this must be the money that they've made just at this race by positioning at stages. So I think there's monies out on course at the sprint points. Let's take a look at that. Mads Pedersen does have money wins. So he's probably getting that at the intermediate sprints and at the finish. Ben Turner won that stage. So that's all in euros. 11,360 euros. Sign me up, bro. Sign me up. Send some my way. Juan Ayuso has 13,050 from that stage win yesterday. Oh, and George Bennett has just abandoned the race. Dude, why would you abandon now? Is there a crash that we missed? I'm not seeing anything. Why would George Bennett abandon 14 kilometers from the finish? This is George Bennett here. He must have been feeling terrible to have to drop out 14K from the finish. I guess maybe he could have abandoned earlier, and it's just being reported now. He could have quit somewhere out on the course, jumped into a car somewhere. There is some bumps here coming to the finish line, guys. We're going to go over a little bit of a hill here and then probably start working our way to the final second passage of the finish line for the finish of the day. Dude, I'm going to watch it again. Tour de Pharmacy, funniest 45 minutes in cycling ever. Leonard Peter, dude, welcome aboard. New comment here from Leonard Peter. I think he's been... Philipsen for win easy? Dude, I don't know. I think Ethan Vernon looks pretty good right now. Ben Turner somehow beat the two of them. Alpesen's very present on the front today. This is a stage that Jasper needs to win. Jasper far and away is a tier 1 sprinter. You know, you would lump Jasper up there with Jonathan Milan, Tim Merlier. I think Ethan Vernon would sit like just half a rung down himself, Benny. Riders like that. A longer sprint, Mads Pedersen's going to be there. Wout van Aert, Mathieu van der Poel. I guess it depends when the sprint kicks off. How does it all how does the schmozzle work out before we get to the finish here? A little bit of few rollers at the finish line, guys. 1 and 2% ups and downs. The last 10 kilometers were downhill for 4 kilometers of it. And then a few 1 and 2% with a 3% kick right at 1 kilometer out. Jasper Philipsen, far and away, kind of like the highest quality sprinter here. Especially, you know, there's other sprinters here like Viviani. Take 10 years off Viviani's age, he would probably be right there as well. Brian Cocard's here. Brian Cocard is probably an older sprinter too. Okay, yeah, Cena. Oh, Orlando Bloom. That's right, Jeff Goldblum. Oh, that's right. Lance was in it. There was a cameo. I think I heard a podcast just talking about that. Fab Cycling. I was the first African American to win the TDF with my own blood, sweat, and extra blood. Yeah. Don't count out Mads. That's what I think too. Don't count out Mads. I think if it might go longer, Mads has a good chance to get... There's 30 points available at the finish. Mads wants the points. Mads went on a huge solo attack yesterday to ride through the mountains by himself without his team just to secure what would have been 20 points at the intermediate sprint out on course. That's what he's willing to do to get the points. Yellow at the front, that's Visma Lease bike. The gray, Alpecin to Koenig, and it looks like Bahrain's still there. Red jersey, 4th in the Bahrain train right now. Guys, we're at 11.3 kilometers, 42.9 kilometer average speed, slowly creeping up. I did 10 miles today, barefoot, first 6 miles, and then more sandals on a wooded trail for the last hour. That's 16 kilometers a day, all walking, no jogging. Nice, Jay. Nice stuff. Dude, staying consistent, that's what it's all about. Even if you just do a little bit every day, guys. And that's what I'm completely doing wrong right now. People always say, don't you need to, my mom will say, Colin, you need to take a rest day. No, Mom, I don't. You take rest days, you feel worse afterwards. Just ride easy. You don't have to do 40, 50K every day. You don't have to ride 30 miles every day. You can jump on for 10 miles. Just get the legs moving, get everything moving again. Drew, last 500 meters equals uphill. If we take a look at it again here, yeah. Guys, from 1.5 kilometers out, it is a little bit of an uphill. 3% for 500 meters and then just 1%, but it is uphill. Well, it's flat, I guess, from 500 to 1 kilometer. It's uphill, flat, and then a tiny uphill gradient in the last 500 meters. Front of the peloton, Jasper, Jonas, Joao Almeida staying safe. Mads Pedersen thinking about dreams of 20 points, 25 points at the finish. Casper Van Uden, there's another dude. This guy, forgot about him. He's got a good sprint on him. I think Papa Marinos had points on this dude at the Tour of Poland. I think you had points on him at the Tour of Poland. I think. Casper Van Uden, that guy's got a sprint on him. That's why Picnic's riding up front, guys. We are 9.8 to go. And this is where we start that downhill run. Downhill run now, guys. And when my video falls behind, I'll be going just from the video, guys. So I'm seeing 9.4 there. Trying to catch up on Flow Bikes here. Dude, they're all pretty much there. Visma's up there, Picnic, Alpecin de Koenig, very present. They got to win this today. They don't have much chances after this. Jay Taylor, who are the leaders for the stage? Dude, they're all gone now. There was 3 riders that were in a breakaway all day. Caharuel, Kofidis, and I forget the last team. They were caught with about 30 kilometers to go. It's been a very, very slow race. Almost a rest day race for these riders. In the last 30 Ks, it's totally ignited now. Seeing tons of tennis courts here. Flying over the top of that right now. So guys, we're going to have Jasper, Ben Turner, Ethan Vernon, Viviani, maybe Pedersen. Ghana's floating around too. Jake Stewart's another fast guy over at Israel Premier Tech. Alouar, the Colombian rider, it can be fast. Hear the birds going crazy. Joey has birds, guys. Joey has a couple of parrots too. So there might be a slight chance you would hear them. Last winners in bunch sprints. So here we go. Ben Turner, stage 4. Caden Groves. Okay, that's showing last year. Jasper Philipsen on stage 1. Who's this here? Is this Q36.5? Center of the screen. UAE's right up there. Yeah, they're all just getting to the safe point now. Then they can dump off their team leaders who can start filtering back, stay out of the way of the big boys. Mario's still got 4.5K to go. They won't get me unless I have a flat tire. I love this. Mario's still riding out there, guys. So Mario started at kilometer 75. So how many kilometers? Looks like Mario's riding over 100 kilometers today. I think he started at kilometer 175. I'm going to try to reload this here. Maybe we can see Mario on the stage. This page isn't responding. Wait. Come on. Come on. So my Bike Terra is not responding right now, guys. I may have to relaunch that. Okay, I'm going to close that. I'm going to open up a new page, I think. If I could do that. Is that the B? No, that's the V. Bike Terra. Bike Terra, dashboard, events. Let's jump in here quickly. We're going to spectate this. So Mario has been out there. I think he said he jumped in at kilometer 75. And the Peloton's going to be right out. I'm waiting for the Peloton to jump in. Everything's just populating. And now, guys, before I take you back here and see if Mario has a 3.82 kilometer gap on them right now. Let's take a look at Mario here. He's in action, folks. I'm just going to jump away quickly so we don't miss much of the racing here. 6.5 Ks to go. Here's Mario doing his ride, riding through Zaragoza, alongside the river. It's quite a big river here. And guys, this is what it looks like. There's all sorts of big buildings here. 6, 7, 8 stories tall. Looks quite densely populated here. Back to the Peloton. We'll just jump to Ben Tullett here. Riding through the same kind of thing. See there, you can't see the river anymore. They're quite a ways back. So Mario looks safe today. Good job, Mario. And we'll get back to the racing over here. Do a quick refresh. 5.6K to go. Team picnic on the front. This will be for Van Uden. Intermarché on the front as well. EF riders are dropping off now. Visma there. It's primarily picnic on the front right now. Bahrain on their shoulders. Followed up by Visma. Jonas staying out of trouble on the far right-hand side of the road. Go Mario. Oh, watch out for Miss Vader. I trip over the animals all the time here. Wind up the sprint for La Flamme Rouge. Mario, I believe in you. Mario's going to stay away. Mario is staying away, I think. For them to pull back 3 and a bit kilometers and like 5 kilometers to go is never going to happen. Dylan Van Barl on the front right now, hammering for Visma. Mouth open. Looks quite drooly. Victor Campener's front. We've got, looks like, ooh. There was 6 riders of Visma right on the front. And then Alpecin kind of rammed their way in. Pushed 2 of the Visma riders back. Picnic's got 3 riders there. Intermarché's looking like they're up to something here. Who is our Intermarché guy today? Ghana has to be hungry after missing so much. Yeah, out on stage 1 of the Tour de France. Finn Knudsen back from vacation in Copenhagen. I still follow your channel because you're so cool, dude. Dude, thank you so much, Finn. Thanks for being here. I'm glad you jumped in at the last second. Been a very strange day here today over at Inside Cycling World. We spent the majority of the last, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Well over 3 hours where we discussed music. That's all we did. We just talked music. We watched 3 riders go up the road. They had no impact on the GC. The Peloton just let them go. Let it hover at 3.5 minutes all day long. The riders have only really had any speed at the front for maybe the last 30 kilometers. We're at 3.8 kilometers to go. Thanks for being back, dude. Yeah, Ghana's not a sprinter, but he'll try to give it a go if he has a chance. Jay Taylor, I did see Pidcock. I saw Q36.5 at the front before. I think Pidcock sits in the GC right now. I think he's 5th or 6th. Let's see about that. No, I'm wrong. He's 11th. He's at 3:03. Jonas is at 2:33. 30-second gap there. Felix Gall, Bernal, Pellizzari, Jai Hindley. Guys, we've barely even spoken about Red Bull. They got 2 riders in 7th and 8th place overall. 3.4 kilometers. Let's see where all the team leaders go now. Looking for team leaders. Yeah, Visma. Visma's just vanished off the front, guys. Visma completely disappeared. Getting an overhead camera shot, not one yellow jersey at the front anymore. So they must do this one here, 5 kilometers to go, same time as the Peloton. So they get him safe, then they pull back. Now he can ride roughly mid-pack, somewhere safer, that they can see what's going on ahead of them. Ooh, police officers, get off the roads. It looks like the police officers were holding back some protesters there on a corner, a sharp corner, and the police officer was standing out a little bit too far. Lidl Trek coming up. Lotto's getting up here too. Lotto is sitting right alongside Alpecin de Koenig. Israel Premier Tech alongside them. Here's this big river I was seeing before that Mario was riding by, past this big, gigantic cathedral. Dude, Ben Turner's going to be lining up for Ineos. I mean, imagine having like Ghana leading, or as they like to say, Ghana. That's how they say it, Ghana. I'm seeing Israel Premier Tech on the left-hand side of the screen right now. And I think Ghana's there. Ghana would be the lead-out man here. Yeah, he's a big guy. Ghana would be leading out Ben Turner here. Listening to a Giro d'Italia book right now. And I think the first ever winner of the Giro d'Italia, His name was Ganna. You have to say it like that for some reason. Yep, not steep enough for Pidcock to win. That's true. It's going to be a high-speed sprint, guys. High-speed sprint. Yeah, Ganna definitely knows how to put the tower. I can see 2 or 3 Grenadiers on the far right-hand side of the road. Lotto is in control right now. 4 Lotto riders on the front. While we have time here, we're only 1.2 kilometers out, guys. 1.2 kilometers to the finish. And 4 Lotto. There's sprinter here. Who's this going to be? Oh, Viviani. Viviani, guys. We talked about Viviani earlier. I keep forgetting what teams he's on. Lotto and IPT pulling at the front. Intermarché guy just pulls over. Yeah, Lotto's pulling extremely hard. I can see 2 or 3 Grenadier riders lurking right now. They're lurking beside IPT. Trying to get a feel for where Trek looks out of place, guys. We still have 900 meters to go here. Now, I know that's showing... It's definitely not 0.5 to the finish right now. Well, it is saying 0.4 now. Lotto on the front. Israel Premier Tech there. Big attack by a Grenadier here. They're in the barriers. Banging on the barriers right now. Okay, Israel Premier Tech going. Sorry, Alpecin de Koenig going right now. That's not Jasper, though, I don't think. Mads Pedersen suddenly appears. So Mads been just wheel surfing up there, guys. Wheel surfing by himself. Lotto's got 3 riders across the road, blocking the road here a little bit. I think an Intermarché rider got it. Oh, Philipsen got it, guys. Philipsen would have been on the far right. There's an Intermarché rider who probably got 2nd. I think Ethan Vernon got 3rd, and then the Lotto rider got 4th. So it was Ben Turner that went out there. Let's just see that. So we should see Jasper in first. I was busy looking at the Intermarché rider. They all came to the finish line, surging. There was a line on the road before the finish line. They're using the paint markings on the road, so it was hard to see it. But Jasper first. I think Intermarché gets 2nd. I think the Israel Premier Tech rider, whoever it was, probably Vernon, gets 3rd. And I think a Lotto rider, Viviani, gets 4th. Let's see what happens. Philipsen just gets that one, guys. And I'm way far behind. I don't know if... oh my. Dude. Patricia Garcia. Dude, did you change your name back? The name has been changed back. It was Patricia for a while, wasn't it? Started with Patricia, became Patricia, back to Patricia. This is also known as Matt. I heard that Red Bull wants to sponsor you. Dude, yeah, come on. Bring it on. Come on. Visma. Dude, let's just see the sprint here. Okay, now I'm getting a slow-mo sprint finish here. Oh, look at this, guys. Okay, yeah. So I had it out of order, but it was Jasper, then Viviani, then Vernon, who I thought was in 3rd. 4th place was the Intermarché rider. Of course, they're all on the same time here. Watching the sprint now. That's Jasper going up the road there. Jasper starts fading. Ooh, the Lotto rider comes. No, there goes Jasper now. Jasper's going beside the Lotto rider, who is Ilya Viviani. Holds his line good. Jasper, Viviani, Vernon, Intermarché. Intermarché rider here. Who is this? Arne Merritt. Does have a sprint on him. Here's a dude I've never talked about. Arne Merritt. 4th place. I mean, right there with the big boys. Kofidis was in the mix too. Brian Cocard was there. I just looked at Kofidis and I didn't see his name. Brian Cocard's always up there. So Brian Cocard came right down the middle. Ooh, Viviani and Jasper got very close to the barriers. Viviani was actually moving over to the left very hard. Let off when he saw Jasper, I think, was going to smash into the barriers. Jasper celebrates. Viviani slapping his handlebars with the left hand. Probably thinking, yeah, I should have cut him off a little bit more. Made it look safe. And catching up here, guys. Yeah. I mean, Jasper has to win this stage. This is his stage to win. Yeah, Jasper got it. Jasper. Great sprint. Pow. Yeah, that's right. Pow pow. That's the thing. If you don't have a GC rider, Alpecin does not have a GC rider. Guys, I think Alpecin de Koenig is very last in the team's classification. Okay, Philipsen, Viviani, who came close to deviating from his line too much there, I thought. Vernon third. Merritt, Andre Merritt here for Intermarché. Foldager for Jayco. Brian Coquard for Cofidis. Michaels has a fast sprint too for EF. Yeah, you pick the stages that you can win. 2 tablets, boss. So we got Patricia and we got Patricia, I think. 2 tablets, boss. Dude, good to see you, man. Chemistry Club zipping on right, Kate. Chemistry Club, thanks for being here. One is good, this one is bad. We got a good tablet and we got a bad tablet. That was a tired guy's sprint from Papa Marino here. Quite a few riders are right there, guys. Mads Pedersen is dead center of the screen. 2 Lotto riders right there. Cofidis way over on the far left-hand side of the screen. Another Cofidis rider over here. I got to see where Brian Coquard crosses. Yeah, they're completely strung out across the road. Yeah, Viviani moves hard to the left. Then finally decides, okay, I got to stop running Jasper into the boards here. Probably when he deviated back the right way to correct that slight deviation he had. I think he lost a lot of speed there. Guys, take a look at the replay when you can. Obviously, go watch the highlights later here. The Lotto rider went first. Viviani went first. Vernon was right up there as well. Jasper kind of starts accelerating later. So I think Jasper really had the sprint time better. Viviani went early and just faded before Jasper got there. Jasper pretty happy. Nice to see him back in form. Dude, no effect on the red jersey. 0 effect on the red jersey today. Marison, see you tomorrow. Great company. Mario, great job, dude. You escaped. Mario was the hunter. No, Mario was the hunted and escaped the hunters. Guys, we'll take a look at the GC quickly. Jay Taylor's asked. There will be no changes on the GC. That was for all the sprinters who are way behind in the overall standings. Torsten's still up there. Jonas, Almeida, Ciccone, Fortunato, Jorgensen, Jai Hindley, Giulio Pellizzari, Egan Bernal, Felix Gall, Thomas Pidcock in 11th, Mark Soler in 12th, and Matthew, he's not a Matthew, Riccatello in 13th, Sepp Kuth in 14th. Raul Garcia Pernier, who went on the break yesterday for Arkea, is still holding strong in 15th place. Let's not forget Bruno Amaral, the big dude who went on the break as well. Yeah, no relegations, please. Well, if there was going to be one, I think if Jasper would have lost, his arm would have been in the air. But, I mean, Viviani was moving over all the way, and then I think he realized, ooh, and I think he kind of hesitated, and Jasper scooted through. Jasper did time that sprint better. Viviani was already out front. So, kind of went early. It was fading more at the end. So, I'm watching it here. Yeah, there he is. Viviani's... There goes Viviani down the middle. He's already ahead right now. He's ahead of Jasper, and he comes right across the middle of the road, all the way to the far left. Takes Jasper right to the boards, gets straight again. Jasper comes through and takes it. Guys, there was like a 1/10 of a second between the 4 of them. Again, another overhead shot. The last Lotto guy pulls out there. Viviani here, we're looking on, right? Yeah, there he is. There. Viviani goes. Viviani's already gone. Jasper's sitting on his wheel, starts coming up beside him. Viviani pushes him across. And Jasper just scoots through. Jasper's faster. I mean, guys, too. A little bit of credit here for Ilya Viviani. He's 36. 36 years old, still sprinting, and just barely getting beaten by Jasper Philipsen. Jasper Philipsen, 27. Hey, man, shout out to Ilya Viviani, doing it for the old guys. Ilya Viviani, doing it for the old guys. I love it. Catch up with the chat. Ciao, ciao, tutti. Thanks, Colin. Hey, Drew, see you around, dude. We'll see you tomorrow. Patricia, Matt is cheering for Viviani. Yeah, Jay, so no effect on the red jersey. That won't... We might see changes tomorrow. I don't think we're going to see much changes in that either. I think we're going to see a pretty fun mountain stage tomorrow. We will see a breakaway group trying to get away tomorrow. We will see Mads Pedersen going after the points again. The points, intermediate points, is super late in the stage 2. There won't be any relegations here. This is Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, Giulio Pelizzari in the white jersey, cooling down. Jay might be at the beach tomorrow. Enjoy the weekend. Yeah, Jay, thanks for being here, man. We'll see you again soon. And Dave, Viviani has so much experience, he doesn't have to look to know where others are. He just feels them. Yeah, dude, so he was going across, but it wasn't like he had to make a huge correction. He's just like, okay, I got to stop here. I know someone's beside me. Jasper Philipsen. Great sprint from Finn Knudsen here. Okay, dudes, what time is it? Wow, 9:48. So this has been another... Wow, this is a 4-hour stream. Short one today, guys. Short 4-hour stream. Please like the video on the way out if you can. Please share the videos with any of your cycling buddies, cycling fans out there. Hopefully we can continue to grow the channel. And I don't have to go back to work anytime soon. I can do this for a living. Guys, I'm going to jump right now. I got to get going here and get some stuff done around here. Thanks for watching. I think we start earlier tomorrow. I'll put the stream link up in the next 6 to 8 hours. And see you bright and early.